You remember teleporting into that to open the gate?
Into the base.
Oh,
because the gate was closed, so we teleported through and then blew a hole out afterwards.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I teleported into the gates and opened them.
No. You teleported. You're talking about the truck. Into the buggy. You guys used the teleporter on the buggy to get through the gate.
And then you zapped over to the gatehouse.
To open the door to get
out. Oh, right. Yep. No problem.
Yes, sir.
Or that
welcome to the Wildliverse, everybody. We're getting caught up ourselves on what happened last time we played. Because it's been a while. It's been a couple weeks. Now Galen and Robert are happily roommates.
Yeah. And Bandy,
the third roommate. Sometimes a small half Robert is around.
So true.
Poor kid looks just like you too.
Yeah.
I know. Poor. Well, he's not a bastard. That's so weird that he's not a bastard. Anyway. We're playing some orcs.
We're playing Savage Worlds, skinned over 40k orcs. In the Nessus sector, which doesn't matter at all.
Dinosaur makes something.
I know, every time we sit down and I see that, I'm like, oh yeah, Nessus.
Nessus.
Yeah, what does that even mean? They're on a planet called Nessus. Nessus is a fortress world of the Imperium, which was specifically designed just to contain the orcs that were on it. To make sure that they didn't rise back up and take over the sector like they kind of did the first time around thousands of years ago. But because of, the Imperium and budget cuts and Tyranid invasions, the planet's resources have been stripped. And it was enough that it allowed the Tau to come in and make some alliances. So now, from the stripped garrison that is still left on this planet, half of them have turned to Guevesa, the Tau loyalist humans.
It's interesting they have a special name for outsiders that join, right? It's a little classist, if you ask me. But I guess, the Tau are a caste system.
It is a caste system, and it means human helper. It means human helper.
The Tau have a caste system despite being, like, programs?
They're not robots. They're living, breathing people.
They are the greater good. You might be thinking of, or trying to think of Necrons.
Maybe.
The undead looking
I just
ones.
thought the Tau were robotic in nature.
No, they're just smart enough to not go in without a helmet, swinging a sword. They're like, we're going to be safe inside our giant mecha.
Yeah. So they're like a species then of like humanoid?
Yeah.
Are they like meshed with robot?
No.
What am I
They're just really smart. It sounds like you're thinking of Necrons.
Maybe I'm mixing up what a Necron and the Tau are, I guess. Sorry.
Yeah, Tau are just really short-lived humanoids.
So those of you just watching, I'm new to all this.
Yeah.
I think that I'm catching up, and then I realize you don't know shit about 40k ever.
That's what a Tau looks like.
Yeah, now that I'm seeing that, but I do remember that now.
Well, we did see one. We saw the ethereal.
You saw the ethereal. Mm-hmm. But they do use a lot of drones, so...
Yeah, we did fight a bunch of those. They kind of shut us up.
Yeah, they did. That was when I was fine-tuning the guns still. So, because of this schism, because of the schism and the lack of garrison left on this planet, well, orcs.
We live again, boys!
So,
I think we should open with this.
Yeah.
We might get taken down, but...
Well, what a good reason to get taken down. How'd you get taken down? Oh, man, it was the best.
All right. So, our group has recently been sent on a little mission to go scout out the area. They have just come down from the mountains. The mountains are called the Horn, by the way.
Write that down, somebody.
And you don't know why it's called the Horn. It just always has been. Came down, you found an empty outpost, you built yourself some vehicles and guns, and started scouting. Now, your war boss is Crash Gut. Crash Gut is very much a wild boy. He is still primitive kind of orc. but the brand new mech boy, Ratchet Clank, has been thirsting for parts and has been sending you out to go find some, and in that you have found a human Tau base, and Ratchet Clank wants to take this over.
I was just laughing because I noticed that we all wrote the bosses' names down.
Because you need to remember that.
And that's the only note we took. Between the three of us, we really got those guys' names down. You got the fort's name.
I got, Fort Morkrun.
Yeah, Fort Morkrun is where you're at.
I did not write Fort Morkrun. I better put that in there.
It's the base.
It's the base.
Whatever.
Morkrun.
I lost one of my boys.
They're back.
They're back?
Yep.
Okay.
Every session you have your 3 boys, so I guess I should explain that. In this game, we are doing what's called the 3-orc rule. Because orcs are known to not make the best decisions, especially in combat, which lead to their demise a lot of times. We have what's called the 3-orc rule, which is a little bit of a systematic retconning. When one of the characters would have taken lethal damage or made a decision that results in instant death, they can instead say that that was one of their boys that's always hanging around them, napping at their greatness. That they are the ones instead that took the lethal damage or made the stupid decision, and thus, essentially, each of our characters here have 3 lives.
Within reason, I think you put some limitations.
There is some, like, if you're on a spaceship and you get the entire spaceship blown up, there's no getting out of that one, right? Like,
I don't know.
You guys almost did it.
Pretty resilient.
You almost did it last session by teleporting the entire car into a force field.
I misunderstood what we were doing. Normally I would say like, hey, that's the decision I made, but I completely had the terrain wrong, the location wrong. But yeah, I agree. That would have been.
I think I still would have been okay with that.
Would have been fine.
You'd have gotten ethereal. That's huge.
Yeah. That's why I said I was like, if you guys want to run with it, we'll continue. This is the decision I made, and we are trying to play that one thing. It's just that I completely misunderstood where we were.
Alright, so let's go through who we got here. Down at the end, we have Galen playing Snarl Marks. Snarl Marks is a Luda. He has got a Daka gun, big, huge shoulder-mounted weapon, which has a plasma gun and a rocket launcher attached to it now.
It's a def gun.
It's a def gun.
And it's
a big fucking gun.
Devastating. I heard it got a new upgrade.
It has a new upgrade. There's a big yellow button on the side of it now.
I've been trying to put a blue one.
Teleports the
gun.
gun
away.
Not go over what?
What I really wanted to do was to teleport the rocket. But like what'll happen is
just press the gun and rocket
just like shows up and doesn't launch it.
It's not activated. It has to hit to detonate. Next we have Snodbucks, which I was trying to tell them, it sounds like a kid's like pizzeria kid place. It's like their currency. Come down to Snoggy's Pizza and don't forget your Snodbucks.
Yeah.
So, Snodbucks is a spanner boy. He is on his way to becoming a full-fledged mech boy. And in that little brain of his, he's got some shock. Shock is the orc. It's the orc energy, or how orcs call the energy of the warp. So he can do things with teleporting things around and all kinds of fun stuff, and it's probably going to get him horribly killed.
No, it's going to get neck snap up.
and then. So he has got some devices which allow him to teleport around or wreak some havoc on the battlefield. He also has some ammo runts that run with him. And tell me, right now, is your displacer field on or off?
I mean, the default would probably be on.
Okay, your displacer field is on. We'll talk about that and what that means later on.
To me, it's
then
just
we've got Robert.
Take a couple steps that end up.
Robert is playing Leadfoot. No, sorry, not Leadfoot.
Gaugh's Lead Stompa.
Gaugh's Lead Stompa.
Ooh, Lead Stompa's better than
Leadfoot.
Yeah.
Lead Stompa.
Yeah.
He is the speed freak of the group. He drives the buggy, their war buggy, the Lead Stompa war buggy.
This thing is tricked out, baby.
This thing is tricked out. It's got Euler rigger runts all over it that run through it and keep it maintained even while it's in motion. There's a little Gretchen. It's got the big red button to make it go faster, and it's got a big blue button, which Snogbucks has installed, which allows it to teleport once per second.
Yeah, except for this fucker painted white on it. I don't want to touch it.
I got rid of it.
You did?
I took the white off.
You took the white off?
Yeah,
oh, okay. I hit it immediately.
He is superstitious of white, so the color white is death.
But death, more importantly, death to us.
Yeah,
it's
not good death.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got that war buggy. The war buggy has some bitchin' tailpipes which spew out fire out the back. Yeah. That is the weapon system of his war buggy.
God, what does this thing look like now? Did we get a bunch of towel parts and
really.
stuff? No, we didn't? Okay.
Your buggy is still made off of the original Imperium parts from whatever fort you're in.
Oh, okay.
And I had a quick question. So, obviously, we're warlike. We like running out and screaming and shooting and stuff like that. Is death also a cool thing, or is that something you don't want?
Oh, it's awesome as it happens to somebody else.
Yeah.
So you don't want to die though.
There's
no noble death.
And there is not if you're trying to figure out if you have a self-preservation instinct. Not really.
But I'm also not it's not like samurai culture. It's good death is on the battlefield.
Oh, I don't think anything about orcs is that deep at all.
Cool. They don't. We'd enjoy watching other orcs.
So it is okay to laugh at the death.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, we frequently kill each other all the time.
Yeah. You don't fear it. You don't because you don't think about it. You don't understand it, and it happens. And when it happens, it's usually hilarious.
Gotcha. Okay.
There's a pastime game with squigs with a special kind of squig called a face eater squig, which the game is you hold it over your head, and then you're gonna drop it, and if you eat the squig before it eats your face, you win. But if it eats your face and you die, you lose.
Gotcha.
And it can open its mouth the whole width of a head.
But it's a fun game that the orcs play.
As soon as you said there's a game, I thought you were going to describe Blood Bowl to me.
No.
That is a orc pastime, though.
Orc culture.
God.
All right. So what's been happening at Fort Morcran lately? So Crash Gut has been thinking that everyone here has been spending way too much time in the bits. And he wants to take everyone back to the Horn. Go back up in the mountain, find other orcs to fight, and become the biggest and the strongest.
I like the bits.
Right? So Ratchet Clank has appeased him. Ratchet Clank has told him that he will build him a huge statue to Mork. In his honor, all he has to do is go get the stone. Go get the rocks to do it. The biggest and boulderiest rocks possible.
That sounds like alley.
Crash Gut now has all of his wild boys up in the mountains breaking rocks and bringing huge stones down into the camp.
Oh, exciting.
Meanwhile, Ratchet Clank has sent Ludas to watch that pass towards the fort to try to get more stuff. Basically that. You're not out there, though, because you don't have a gun at the moment.
Where is it?
It's getting something installed on it.
All right.
But Ratchet Clank calls you all in one day. And he's sitting there, and he's got this thing in front of him. It's like a big square of really thin wood, and it looks like there's some flimsy something on it with a whole bunch of squiggly lines. And he's just sitting in front of it with his cigar, kind of looking at it. He turns around. Oi, you gets here. All right, let's get down to business. I've got Crash Gut's wild boys up cutting stones for me and getting on my hair.
It's gonna make a big statue.
It's gonna be huge. All right. We got a problem though. We got the stones, we got the vehicles, but that fort's gonna be hard to crack. We need more boys.
You said you'd have more boys. That's why we wait.
Yeah, what is it?
Does he just punch the shit out of me?
I didn't understand what you said.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
To translate, you said you were going to have boys for us to raid that place. That's why we went to scout to see if it was worth getting the boys for.
Well,
So I'm kind of like, you said you'd have them.
you get hit with a power claw of that.
All right.
Well, it didn't work. And that's why I'm sending you now. You see, the Umis left this here. And he hits that board, which spins around. Whoop, 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 and he grabs it again. And then it has that paper on it with the squiggly lines. He goes, this here right here, these lines look a lot like the horn. And if that's the horn, then this little circle is us. And that means that there's 3 other circles around the horn, which could be just like us. You're gonna go visit each one and see if they got any boys in them. If they do, get them back here.
What if they don't?
Strip them.
I guess that means loot. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, we can do that. What if they don't want to come?
We'll make them come.
Oh.
We got a war. What do they got?
War?
I hear Daddy there. Whoa. As I'm scrambling on the floor.
To get up.
It's a big claw, man. See, just like,
Right,
actually a fun.
who's leading this war? Is it you, or is it Crash Gut?
Oh, I'm not a rut herder. He can lead the war.
well, we setting it up. We'll just get some boys then.
Yeah, let's get some boys. Where's my death gun?
Oh, right. He grabs a chain, pulls on it, it hooks out of a pulley, and all of a sudden your death gun is just falling to the ground from its suspension that it was hung up on. Doesn't look like it's going to stop.
Shatters in a million
catch it.
pieces.
Can I try to catch it?
Yeah, sure.
Sweet. Agility?
I'm on the floor, so good luck.
Athletics.
Yeah.
Athletics.
1.
I'm gonna fight him for my fucking gun.
All right.
You start attacking him.
You get a +2 because someone else is trying to touch your stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, don't feature wild die.
Is it agility?
Yeah, no, athletics.
4.
It's half one, though.
So D10, since I put it as a 10.
Your athletics?
Your athletics is
Oh,
weird.
athletics.
You have a
D4.
D4, but you get a +2, so do your wild die too. Okay, so it's a 3. I got a 4, so I got it.
So you're like, you start clamoring, and you're like, and push him down, and just step him.
I'm going to work on it immediately.
I'm gonna be crawling all over.
I'm putting a blue button.
Like, don't mess with the yellow button.
The cap's already off.
I'm getting the oil grots. Good luck. You don't know where to find me. Stomp out.
I'm gonna keep pestering to you until you give me my gun.
I'm going to keep working on it.
I'm very fair.
Are you moving while you're working on it?
I'm
Or
just going to sit there and I got to fix this quick.
Hi!
This thing back. Yeah.
Get out to the buggy!
All right.
Find my boys!
So I'm going to continue taking the gun with me. I've been wanting to work on this thing for days.
Give me one of those seltzers. Or the, what is it? The
Liquid
seltzers,
death?
right? Yeah.
I mean, I'll keep rolling until I get my fucking gun back.
He's gonna fight you for it, so start rolling a fighting check.
Yay, orc animosity.
Yep.
Fighting check.
He's rolling it because he's attacking you.
Oh, gotcha.
What is it?
Fighting.
We're not sponsored by Liquid Scandinavian sparkling water, but we sure as heck could.
The darker one is the 6.
That's a good roll. Does that explode?
Oof.
What?
Yeah, explode it. Roll that again.
Oh.
So
7.
Plus, so you get a +2 for that, right?
No, he doesn't.
No, so 7.
So what's your parry?
My parry 5, so he gets me.
He hits
With a
you,
raise.
which is gonna. It's not gonna raise because
It's 2 above, right?
4.
4, okay.
So it's going to shake you, but we need you to roll your displacer field.
Displacer field is
3d6.
It's on. You said it was on.
I did say it was on. 3.
Oh, so you didn't get it. All right.
No, I got a double 3 though.
Oh, but you got a double 3.
Yeah.
It didn't go off though, so.
Take it in the head.
You're shaking, so you can get the gun off of him while he's shaking and recovering.
Oh, it doubles his perils if it works.
Only if it goes off. Yes.
On D6s, doubles is so easy. Oh man!
I can't wait!
So now there is a spring with a piece of blue plastic hanging off of your gun in it.
Boing, boing, boing.
I wasn't able to put the button
And caress the yellow button.
in.
Oh, you got it. You got it away.
got it.
Okay.
Yeah, we had to shake me.
Yeah.
And I am going to try and take something from the shop that
All right.
Boomy or Docky.
Oh yeah. Your regular theft check.
Yep. Let's see. What is it? Thievery.
Also, we should try to get a hold of these guys and see if they'll sponsor us. I mean, the stuff written on this is hilarious.
Yeah.
Was it?
And they're they're all over Twitch.
Yeah, we
and...
donate 10% of profits from every can sold to help kill plastic pollution. Murder the thirst.
Yep.
2.
Yeah, read that shit. It's
All right, put that
stupid.
down.
What? Thanks for the gun.
You didn't steal anything?
Smack you
No.
again.
Ah, you failed.
All right, out you guys go and into the buggy. All
That's
the
too
big
bad.
pieces of stone are being piled up, and there's some framework outside as well that Ratchet Clank's Spanner Boys are working on.
It's not being piled into the buggy, is it?
No,
Oh,
this is outside the fort. The statue's going to be so big that it can't be contained inside the fort. So he just has the Wild Boys coming down and dumping all these huge stones into this area, and he's kind of got his other Spanner Boys making this big, like almost throne frame type thing.
Yeah.
Weird.
Looks loose in the bearings.
Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be big. Mork and Gork, I gotta know it.
I want to stay and help make the throne.
Who's going to get your boys?
Yeah, with the more boys, bigger throne.
We get more boys. We make faster builds, get more goblins. Get some good dog on the statue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only 4.5 more hours of this. I was surprised my throat wasn't sore last time we were doing.
My throat was sore. All right. You driving out?
Yeah, get the buggy, get the garage together. Just make sure everything test systems, which means I drive away and then I come back and collect the guys and we go.
You put your horn on.
Oh yeah. I tie a little snotling on there. Paint him. Get a good slab of. Let's do green paint on this guy this time because we're getting more
On the
boys. Yeah, on the snotling I
snotling.
tied to the steering wheel. Here's my horn. I
It's
punched
the
him and it
best
screams
color.
into this megaphone that I have
remember
attached
that.
to the
I was
dash.
just
Yeah.
making sure that's what you were paying.
Yeah.
That part.
All right. Where are you going?
I don't know. That way. It just does me something better.
I mean,
But I'm going.
can I make a notice check on the map to see if I can figure out what we're doing?
I mean, you don't have a map. He just showed you the map.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Can I make a notice check on the map?
But yeah, make a
So horn
make
here. Circle
an
there.
intelligence
Boys
check.
there.
This is -2.
Boys way.
Do we need D10s?
Got my goggles on.
So a 0.
Okay, so
I don't know
the horn is to the north,
Yeah.
and you got your bases here. Like so, the mountain range is above you. Okay, and down here is where that pass is to go to the Gavessa place.
Yeah.
Just you want to roll randomly, or just want to point in a direction?
Let's go this way.
All right. You start going. You starts going. Goblin's like, are we going the right way?
I don't know, shut up!
Crawls back in.
Fix those pipes!
Are we going to be going up the mountains?
Around.
Oh.
You go fast on flat land.
We did just go pretty fast last time going over.
Yeah, you did. You want to go up the mountain?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go. Detour. We're going up the mountain now.
So I'm going to start working on climbing equipment on the hood.
Okay.
Climb out on the hood and start making...
This buggy is so goddamn loud. It has to be so fucking loud.
Driving.
Okay. Just to make sure I remember how.
And if you're driving up into the mountains, remember
right.
your handling gives you a +2 on this.
+2. So how does +2 work in this system?
Just add +2 to whichever highest.
Oh shit! I don't know. Wrong.
What? 6.
That's a 6. That's an 8 plus 2 for 10.
Fuck yeah.
All right. So you start driving up into the mountains and
no
going.
suspension, so.
Make a repair check to see if you can mountaineer this thing.
Worked last time. 4.
4 is a success. So for the time being, your vehicle has gotten the ATV trait.
Okay.
So it is now just driving. You're just driving through the mountains.
What I did was take the hood off and then put it underneath as a strike plate, so it's got a skid on the front.
I made it 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Just canyon area.
It gives me the illusion of speed, but
Now,
the tires are really tight.
now I'm on the windshield looking in. How's it handling? Yeah.
Where are we going? Hey.
So you guys just start trying to climb mountains for a bit.
Yeah.
Everyone make me some notice checks.
Okay.
Woohoo! I did not take any notice.
I don't know if anybody fucking.
Orchid is aside, because we don't know where we're going, having high ground and seeing things probably be pretty handy. Notice D8.
You have a D8 notice?
Yeah, I'm very precise.
He's the driver.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, he better. Awareness.
Not that I did as much good. I got a 3.
8.
3.
Okay, so
8?
Yeah, you got an 8. You notice 2 things. Over on a peak, so like you're up in the mountains, you see over on a peak you see a totem. It looks like an orky totem. So signs of life, but you know that there's orcs in the horn.
We have some up here. Mine.
Yeah, you have some. So you see a totem over there that means there's orcs, but also
We send all the guys back.
we get the miners.
you bring your own guys back.
We got him.
Off to your right, like towards the end of the mountain range, you see a small trail of smoke. Right.
Oh yeah.
Well, you don't see it. All right, I'm gonna throw a grot into the front left wheel well so that it turns left. Like, look, and turn us off towards the totem.
Okay.
What? I'm still going forward.
Yep. He points out the totem.
Yeah. There it is.
And the car lifts left as the grot gets pulled into the wheel well.
You gonna say that totem?
What? Oh yeah.
That's what I said.
That's what he said.
You just can't hear me.
Right. Let's.
Oh.
What?
What? Let's go. Are we just ramping off this mountain? Like, what's the?
Yeah, you're just down over here and ramping up to try to get to that peak where that totem is.
Oh, it's on the mountain still. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So driving up there, go ahead and make me another driving check. Let's see how quickly you can get there.
This is probably not the best terrain, but we got 6-2, another 10.
All right. So you easily drive up and get on that ridge and come around. And when you come around, there's a bowl. So it comes around and it goes into a big bowl into the side of the mountain, which is just like, think of it as like an amphitheater, but naturally occurring
Okay.
bowl. And you see a whole bunch of boys in there with pickaxes and hammers. Whacking away and breaking rock off down into the center, which they're strapping to squig hogs.
Do we recognize them as ours? Can orcs tell? I mean, they have clan insignia, don't they? Wouldn't the totem be ours?
It's green.
Of course it's green.
Oh,
You said to me.
they're boys. Let's get boys.
Make an intelligence check.
God damn it. Not smart. Smarts?
Yeah.
I literally couldn't care if you pass or failed this.
What am I doing? Jesus. That was a D10. 5.
Yeah, these are probably your boys.
I said, don't go to the totem!
Are you doing it? What? Oh, did you? Where am I going then?
Like, there's smoke over there. Maybe that's boys.
Fine, whatever.
A couple hatchets get thrown at you.
Yeah.
Clink, clink.
I
As you
take some
turn.
shots with my shooter.
As soon as he starts shooting.
We all shoot.
And off the side of the mountain you go.
to the smoke, apparently. Yeah.
Like a
So-
retaliatory raiding party comes after us, and they're like, "What was that? Go find them."
God, it would have been hilarious if we failed that check. And we would have fought probably our war boss or whoever's the knob is in charge.
Yeah, I don't
of
think
them.
anybody would be happy with those.
There's a wall! Get back! Get to the camp!
So you drive, and eventually the mountain range starts to kind of smooth out a little bit. Down into foothills, you're getting to the end of the horn, the tip of the horn, and you see the smoke in the distance. And it's a setup in this. Oh, Gretchen.
Yeah.
You see what probably used to be a fort, set up in the foothills on one of the highest foothills out there. There's a big old road going up to it. It's got orky looking stuff all over it with a big sign out in the front, which is glowing and lit up, and it says Tooth Town.
Tooth?
And you see a whole bunch of weird things going on in there, like a Ferris wheel looking thing, and
Oh man, God's getting on this road. You can go a lot faster on roads and stuff like that. Yeah, he's going straight forward. There's going to be loads of holidays. Look at this shows.
so you drive up this thing and come around and start heading towards this place, and it looks like this place was set to defend. It has metal barricades pointed out, and the road is very specific to go through. But now it's been all orcified. And you see Gretchen everywhere, all over this place. They're just throwing cans at guns for some reason. They have a gun set up and they're throwing cans at it. You see a whole bunch of other Gretchens that are they're running up the barricades, almost like the palisade, big metal palisades. They're just running up them and seeing how far they can jump.
Oh my God. Are there ramps?
They're not really ramps. They're those
Okay.
metal.
Yeah.
Alright.
All
That's the
right.
driver. Are there ramps? No, there's nothing's a ramp.
But they all just as you guys drive up, super excited. Hi boys!
I love this place.
You drive up and at the entrance to this place, there's just Gretchen all over it, and this one Gretchen kind of runs out from the side. Hey!
So there's no boys here, it's just all Gretchen?
So far, you have not seen a single orc.
Where's the boss?
Huh? I'm one of boss.
You're the boss?
And that's when I run him over. No.
Yeah.
I'm Stesk. Giz is also in charge. Welcome to Tooth Town. What can I get you? Anything can be bought here.
Boys!
We need boys. Where's Raiden?
1 minute. He runs over to what looks to be a vending place that has a counter, and a whole bunch of people are coming up, and it looks like they're reaching into cages and vats and pulling out squigs, and Gretchen are coming up and buying different squigs from them and going off and eating them or doing other things. And he runs up, you said, we got some boys here. Those are boys. Yeah, but they're not gonna buy themselves. No boys, okay. Alright, apparently we're fresh out of boys.
What?
What do you mean? You mean he's running this place?
Right. I'm Stats. Giz also helps.
Well, this is strange.
We got guns, we got vehicles, we got... starts like listing, squigs, we got cigars and alcohol.
We'll always take those guns.
Alright. How many you want?
Oh,
Alright, that'll be 500 teeth.
no.
Yeah. He's got vehicles.
Yep.
We'll always take those too.
How many of them?
All of them. Get them going. We gotta get down to Fort Morgan.
That's only
That's a
10,000
lot.
teeth.
10,000 teeth? I only have... I start counting my teeth. It takes me a while.
Does the car have a name?
I haven't given it a name yet.
Sweet. I'm gonna go back and work on the car.
Okay.
Right, you use grok. Yeah?
Right.
We's boys.
Uh-huh.
You do what we say.
Right.
Yes.
That sounds
Give
fine.
us guns.
Alright, that'll be
Give-
500 teeth.
Are we down?
The orcs do have commerce. I mean, not that looters care about it.
Yeah.
Do
What
we
is
have,
it?
Do it. Can we just stomp him and take everything? This looks like a lot of little grunts around here.
do we have teeth?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You have money.
How much money do we have?
Well, probably a couple dozen teeth each. And then there's the ones that are in your mouth.
They continuously grow, don't they?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's why you break them off and they get big and then you
That's why
save them up.
when an orc robs another orc.
It's like the one thing about orcs I do know, because I was like fascinated when we were talking about it.
It's like a universal base game thing for orcs.
So there's no boys here. This is like a bunch of equipment. It seems like it would make more sense for us to stop back here once we get our boys.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Because
They
then
can bring their
we can
teeth.
just rob this place. We don't have to fucking spend teeth. We just bust it down and
If enough boys, get these stretching the line.
It's cunning.
Yeah.
That's good, Conan.
Well, we'll be back with the teeth.
You know where the other boys are outside of this area.
Nope.
Well, stomp it.
Who's your regular customers?
He just points around at the other direction.
Some sort of self-sustaining system.
I'm like a paradise in here. They're all partying, fucking living it up.
I like that we're all confused.
Yeah.
It's like Jack Skellington. What's this feeling?
Yeah.
Like, is this happiness? Are they enjoying themselves?
I want one of those cigars that I saw Ratchet Clay get. I want a cigar.
All right.
I traded a tooth or
tooth,
whatever.
yep.
Yeah. Cool.
Give me a cigar too.
This is my own tooth.
The tooth comes flying at you.
Here's another one. Yeah.
Oh, look.
We get cigars.
You have cigars now.
Yeah.
Well, let's take some of that liquor. There.
All right, goes and get you it's a very, it's in a mug, sort of. It looks probably like a cap for a big vehicle, like a lug nut cap for like a massive truck. But it brings it to you, and it's like freshly pulped squig. Like they put a squig in there, and they just, and it's all like drippy.
Frothy.
This place unnatural.
I likes it.
I use wood.
Maybe for a visit, but not to stay.
Well, so we can visit it with a lot of boys, and then they can stay wherever we go.
Where are we gonna go next?
That way.
We've got his 2 dead ends.
All right. So you're basically at the tip of the horn. So if you look back at the horn now, you can go to the left, which would be back towards your base, or to the right, which is the top side of the horn.
I guess we'll go to the right.
There is a...
Now there is also a substantial amount of space between you and your base now because you went through the mountain.
Yeah.
So, but yes, you're going to the right.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a good rectangle button on the dashboard now that says Waaagh.
Oh,
Push it!
that's my favorite one.
Push it! And then the word Waaagh is lit in neon above the cab. It just goes Waaagh.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Wow.
Red neon. Let's do it. I got an idea from the sign. I got excited.
Nice.
And they're not like, oh, lit signage? The car needs that.
It's beautiful. Blast out and off to the east.
Off to the east. Yes. But on the north face of the horn.
Yeah.
Yeah. That.
Right.
So you're driving for a while. This side of the horn is a lot rougher terrain, more gravelly. Very much colder up here. Like the temperature difference between the south of the horn and the north of the horn is about 5 to 10 degrees colder up here. Not that really matters to you or anything like that. It's like all this cool role-playing things. It doesn't matter. But as you're driving, you see in the distance a long or tall spire-like thing coming. Basically, it's like a flat plain ahead of you with all this gravel and stuff, like just gravelly rock. There's just a spire out there. It's a pointy building.
What's that? I'm driving towards right now, which is definitely what I'm doing.
Does it look orc?
I don't know.
Get closer.
All right.
As you're getting closer, every once in a while, you'll see something fling out of the top of the spire building towards the mountains. And the mountains that it's next to are pretty jagged and rough. But you just see this, it's basically you're looking at this, the mountains are right here, and this little spire's up here, and you just see this.
Okay.
Like little shadows.
Uh-huh.
There's like other, jaggedy foothills between the mountains and that, and you just see them just disappear over there.
Maybe they're attacking the mountain. Maybe it struck first.
These mountains is very aggressive. I like it. Let's find out.
As you're getting closer, you see that the spire is indeed a building. It's a big, long, tall building. As the sun is starting to go down, you see some searchlights start turning on, and just going off in a pattern. But yeah, there are orky symbols all over this.
Yay!
Next to it are these kind of big, roundy, large buildings. Some of them are collapsed, and just their frames are still up there. But you also see several just blacktops, just very, very long blacktop with these big round buildings, and then this one long tall tower.
Doesn't look very orc.
Looks like a dick. Which is not very orc. I don't think we have those.
Oh yeah, we spawned by spore.
As you're getting closer, the symbols all over this place. Make me smarts checks, everyone. -2.
Oh dear.
2.
7.
Oh.
You get a 5, it's -2.
Oh, yeah.
So you get a 7. The symbols on this are very aggressive and different from the orc symbols that you instinctively know.
Well, they are orc.
They are orc, and especially on the side, and you can see that it's on each side of that tower. They have this. It's an orc skull, and there's 2 bones crossing in the background of it.
Ooh.
Can we tell what they're flinging at?
As you're getting closer, yes, you can. They look like Gretchen.
Or they are flinging Gretchen. What are they flinging the Gretchen at? Is what I was saying.
Just looks like at the mountain. As you're getting closer, you see the side of the mountain has all of these like splotches on it of different colors.
Oh, jeez.
Pinks and blues and reds.
Oh my god, are they painting it?
And yeah. And
That's amazing. Let's go get him for the wall.
as you're driving up, you're starting to hear raucous singing and chanting.
That sounds like boys.
And there is a building at the bottom of this tower, but down there it looks like there's some fortifications set up. There's orcs walking around. None of them are in similar clothing. They're all like in kind of like ragtag clothing. Their gear is very rough. Like a lot of it's not even mechanical. Just have hooks, and replacing a missing hand or a peg instead of a leg.
I feel like Crash Gut just hasn't told his boys that we live right next door to like Orc Wonderland. Like it's like Disney World here. Like there's like a Gretchen
It feels a little
place,
betrayal,
like
doesn't it? Dear me.
But as you're driving up, like the couple groups start kind of gathering around. And when you look over at those long blacktops, you see several vehicles which you've never seen before.
What?
They look like almost like war buggies or bikes, but then they have these flat pieces of metal sticking out the back and propellers in the front of them.
What was that?
I don't know. It does look bulky, but I don't.
It looks like some sort of boat.
A boat. What's a boat?
Water buggy.
Water buggies. They've got water buggies.
Where's the water?
Yeah.
I ain't seen no water.
Yeah, I think she's not.
These
Go ahead.
these boys are dumb. There's no water around here. Let's get them. They could be better fighting with us.
Oi.
So you just driving up to this place?
Yeah, we just drive up to it. Uh-huh.
You gonna stop? Park somewhere?
Is it like a closed off like area? Like what's the
There's like a building and a building at the base of the tower. It looks like there's a lot of people, a lot of orcs and boys in there. There's lots on the outside, just kind of lounging around, lots of pieces of furniture, just piles of rubbish that have been put together so people can lounge and hang out.
Well, the car says "Waaagh." Everyone
It's
should know what we're doing.
Waaagh.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some people
drive in and they're just like probably not going like high speed at this point, seeing like, oh, we need to find a big one to talk to.
So you see lots of the boys are like looking you guys over as you're passing them by, looking up your vehicle up and down.
Yeah.
Well, when you get their attention, you follow your flamers, I'll do that, and we'll let them know that there's a war over at Fort Morgan.
I just wants to fight! And I'll hit the horn.
Ah!
Let out a gout of flame. Light up the sign.
Wog, flame, all this stuff.
Shooting the gun.
We're all yelling
The wall. No, that's you. That was you.
Oh.
For the wall sign.
That's
Oh. I was the one who said, let's make a big show of it.
So you do all that, and people like more of these boys come out. Like looking at the newcomers. What's they saying? Saying there's a wall somewhere. Well, it says it right there. We should give them a wall.
That's right. Come and give us a water. Oh, shit. Follow the water. Uh-oh. I kind of do a little Yui there and see if they follow the wall better.
Just drive off.
For now. Just
turn back.
What? You do something then.
I did. I made Waaagh on the top of the car.
Well, then we leave it and we go.
Yeah, drive in. Let's find a big one.
Fine.
Yeah, where's the boss?
Up at the top, Captain Slogger.
Captain Slogger.
Captain Slogger.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we drive to the top.
Yeah, start.
Start driving to the top.
It's a spire.
The spire, yeah.
Tower.
We got climbing gear.
Yeah, we've gone up towers before.
Alright, let's start rigging the car for climbing again.
You already
Straight
did.
up.
I did.
Well, no,
Oh,
I didn't
that's
play for
right.
that. No, I just had to get
Yeah.
a winch for this. So I
Oh.
gotta rig up some sort of firing mechanism for the grappling hook.
How long's that gonna take?
A while.
Yeah.
I guess we're slogging it.
I ain't leaving this. These are in the coffins.
I could set up a call protection device. Can I make a car alarm?
A car alarm.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Or
We can make a winch and just defend the thing, and we'll go, we're saying it's a bus!
You really want to not leave this car, don't you?
They'll take it.
I mean, I guess we
You're
could.
not the possessive type. That's him.
Yeah, I'm taking my gun.
Alright, fine, I'll leave the buggy.
That's immediately.
Yeah.
We just smash them heads together.
Just take the steering wheel off.
Oh,
Ah,
that's what we had.
clean it off, yeah. Yeah. Come on,
Still has the
everybody.
garrote on it.
Yeah. I could put on some hook on my shoulder or something.
Or it walks behind you. He's tied on it like this, but he can still run.
Yeah.
It just goes to
He
his
just
waist.
follows you.
Yeah.
All right, so you head up the tower. This tower is really tall. It's got a nice view. When you go up into the top, it looks like this thing used to be like have windows and all that, but that's all been blown out. It's nice and open air up here. There's tables. There's Gretchen walking around in like dresses, and they've got like squigs stuffed in the front and paint all over their face. And they're carrying just big trays of some frothy drink around. And you see a whole bunch of these guys up there, the biggest and the meanest, even than the ones down below, just screaming away and singing. But the main thing is you see facing the mountain, there's these two pieces of like rebar up there, and they have a massive elastic band attached to it. And now there's an orc holding a Gretchen in the pouch of that, and he's pulling it back across the entire deck of this place to try to see as far as he can get back, and just and he launches this Gretchen, and everyone's like pull up spy glasses and binoculars and stuff, like, oh, and the Gretchen like puts out wings and goes, and as he kind of going up and up and up, and as he just gets to the top, everyone's like, throw it, throw it, throw it. And Gretchen like throws something, and big old splat of color happens against the mountain, and you hear them all go,
I joined in.
teeth get change hands.
Oh, wow.
Everyone, some people come up and congratulate them. Some people stomping on their hats and things like that.
They have hats?
They do. And then you probably see it from on the opposite side of you, basically on the cross side of where this slingshot is, a massive chair. Looks like it's all nice and comfy with cushions, which are probably squigs. And in that chair is just a big, mean, dark-skinned orc.
No.
He has got a tricorn hat on and a long coat. He has what looks to be a saw blade instead of a hand. And a big old cigar coming out of his mouth. And around him are these other boys that are all similarly dressed. They have like coats on, and they have God, I can't remember what they're called, but they're basically the rimmed hats with the flat tops. Basically, think of a military, like a military dress hat.
Communist hat?
No, like a military dress hat.
Okay.
Like a
Oh,
captain's.
Yeah, it's
like,
full in the front, yeah.
yeah, it's the flat top and the bill. they all have those, and they all have these like things over their eyes. They're not goggles. They're like gold-rimmed, very dark-lensed glasses.
Okay.
Peaked cap.
Peaked cap. Yep, that. Yep. They all are wearing those. They all have that, and they're all sitting around this guy. And there's a couple other dressed, normally dressed orcs, normally dressed for this group of orcs, sitting around as well. But there's like 6 of these guys all around the cabin. So yeah, that's what you see up here. It's about like 30, 40 boys up here, plus the captain and that group of 6.
Well, we found the big boss. You go talk to him. Tell him about the war.
Why do I have to talk to him? Because, fuck, I'm the smartest again, aren't I?
You're just Ratchet Clank's boy.
I'm Ratchet Clank's boy?
You are. You're a Spano boy.
Oh, that's right. It would make me... Alright. I'll roll you one.
Shut up, Ratchet!
Oh, nice cigar. Alright. Oi, you Captain Slogger.
Oh, he is?
There's a war back here at Fort Malkran. We're finding boys.
Well, you found some boys.
Well, let's go. We're gonna pass through Tooth Town and pick up some extra shooters and buggies.
Hey.
Hold on just a minute. You say there's a war. With who? Against who?
With Crash Gut against
The Umis in
the
there.
Umis in the town.
The Bloomies.
The Bloomies.
We've got nice big shinies. Yes, we get in there, we steal some stuff, but we need more boys.
Yes. Plenty of stuff for looting and shooting.
They got lots of scrap. We got heads sawing all. We're just gonna take it.
And there's pushovers. We got in, we got out.
Pushovers, huh? Pushovers enough that you're driving around my side of the horn looking for boys. Crash Gut was all that, he'd have done it himself.
We's busy doing something else. We building Mork statue.
Mork.
What's his name?
Gork or Mork.
Mork, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the giant Mork statue right now? Is it Gork or Mork? Which one is it?
That's a good question.
That is a great question.
We're building a big Gork or Mork statue so we can aid in the war. We need boys for catching and looting while we's building the war statue.
What's your biting?
We're just immediately distracted and seeing this painting.
Oh, what?
So
Ask him about the paint.
That's Swingrot. That's how the boys pass the time here.
He's just passing time.
You pick your grot, you give them a splatter squig, and if yours can make it higher than everyone else's, well, then you win the pot.
It seems a soft game to skip a war for.
Ah, it looks fun to me. What if we play you to come fight with us?
Are we gonna play him to fight?
You think
Good.
you can get higher than that little green spot up there?
Yeah.
Because that's my spot.
We can do it.
We can do
Put a blue button on this.
Boys can do that.
Alright, you heard it, boys. What do you say? If they can beat old Captain Slogger in Flingrot, then we go to war. No. But if they don't, we crump them right here and take their snazzy vehicle.
Oh, you better know what you're doing.
Better know what you're doing. Alright.
Which, of course, none of us ever do.
I'm gonna rig up some time delay teleport for this little squig so we can shoot him way farther.
Alright, so we're going to need you to roll that. I'm going to need another liquid death. But also, what grot are you going to get to use this? Is it going to be one of your ammo grots, or is it going to be one of his oiler grots?
They're runts, though. I was like, rot.
A grot runt. Runt is really used for anything that's smaller than a orc, so it could be snotlings or Gretchen.
Gotcha. Oh, that's right. That's the video was talking about the classification.
But grots are goblins. grots and Gretchen are goblins. So you just have, 7, 8 little dudes run around you at all times, and so does he.
Those are really good.
Those are so good.
I like M&Ms, but I think the straight M&Ms, the chocolate is like too much for me. Like they're almost like a little bit of throat burn, like the straight chocolate. But when you mix M&Ms with anything else, I'm like, yeah, I'll eat all of them. I'll eat all of them. Still, peanut M&M I think is one of the most perfect candies ever made.
Oh, you got one?
You don't have anything to drink though.
You got him so far.
Oh.
All right.
All right. I rolled a 7 on wingsuit teleporter.
On your repair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is? So look at your teleporter power. What does a success do?
Teleport allows a character to disappear and instantly reappear up to 12 inches, 24 yards distant, or double that with a raise.
You want to keep the 7, or you want to spend a Benny to try to get even more?
I'm gonna find a paint squig that looks like it's red.
What am I adding to this?
Nope. Reroll.
Reroll. It's
And
not
you're
going to
gonna
keep the highest, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be the highest.
So 7.
7.
You can spend the points for it. You can also spend 1 additional point. So
That's right. Spend another point to do something.
To add, might be on the back of yours. Nope, that's right here. Sorry. Range. For 1 point, you can double the range. For 2 points, you can triple it.
Let's triple it.
All right.
All right.
And you're going to try to explain to this grot what to do.
All right.
How to press it and all this.
And as
So
I'm
is it
painting
going
this
to-
thing red, this poor grot red.
No, he has to carry it and throw it at the wall.
Oh, okay.
Or the mountain. Is it going to be an ammo runt, or is it going to be an oiler grot?
It's going to have to be an ammo run so I can train him.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, you can train either.
All right. When they tell you to throw it, push the button first.
All right. So you just pep talking him, basically.
Mm-hmm. All right. They're going to tell you to throw it. You push
No one
it.
tells him to throw it.
Well, everyone was saying throw it, throw it, throw it. They were all.
Well, I
yelling
mean,
the
they
last
can't
guy,
hear.
Yeah.
They're
All right,
a
so
mile
I'll
away.
explain to him when he thinks that he's going to start going down to point himself up and to teleport. Hopefully, it'll go up or forward, and then he can drop his paint once he comes out of the warp.
All right. Who's going to draw the?
I am not the strongest one.
Yeah, who's the biggest and strongest among us?
I think we're all the same.
No, you and I are stronger than he is. So it's got. Might as well just be me all the way around, I guess. Unless you want to pull.
You is
Pull it.
You is Ratchet Cleg's boy.
No, I pull.
He's got
He's a
good aim
dark
though.
joker, right?
You pull it so I can watch.
So you have to aim. It's all about aiming.
Yeah.
You're better at aiming. All right.
Shooting?
Since you're doing the throwing, I'm
let's
going
do
to
it. Let's do it with the shooting. It is a ranged weapon of sorts.
It is. Some type of joker. Not very loud, though.
That's an 8.
Hell yeah.
And a 1.
Always happens.
Dude, you're good at the.
Yeah, I'll get the.
So you pulling it back, digging in your heels further. You can even see like the chunk marks in the wood where they, the furthest
Healed
they
in.
pulled it back, and you're like, just a little bit more. And there he goes. All right, let's see if he can keep his wits about him.
I wonder what the significance of ammo or oiler rod is.
I think we lose one.
I mean, you probably lose half of them every day.
I'm not going to show you the results, but you can spend a Benny on this if you want.
Dude, it's big.
So he goes flying, and like everyone's like looking, huh? He goes, oh, he might make it. He might not. Oh, nope. He's already cusping.
No!
You just see him like, he's like, where'd he go? A big old red splotch happens. Like, so what did that say?
24 yards.
So 24 yards times 3.
So yeah, it would be 72 feet.
72 yards.
72. Oh, tripling it. That's right. So 72 yards. Yeah. So almost a whole other football field.
Yeah, 72 yards up above where Captain Slogger's splotch is. Your little red splotch hits, and you see like a little parachute as he's holding his little thing. Like, what?
Told you.
Slaughter like slams his hand down on the saw hand on the table next to him, sits drinking. Like, what was that? You's cheating.
He's clever. It's not cheating.
Why? There's no rules.
You say we get a higher spot than you, then you join the war.
Yeah, you want out of war?
What kind of war?
Beat
What's
my
the
spot.
war?
Is he not got fighting you?
Gotta look up his smarts.
Roll
intimidation.
Someone making intimidation.
Intimidation. Hey, that's
Whoever
a
was
D6.
just talking.
Oh, a D4.
I'm the cleverest, huh? Dang, I'm the talker of the orcs, huh? 8.
So all the orcs around you are like, yeah, boss, you said it. We're going to war. He's like, fine then.
Whoa! Yeah, we got the freebooters apparently.
We should stop by Tooth Town.
You got your freebooters with 3 fighter bombers.
Oh boy, I'm not taking notes.
Captain Slugger, you know where my boys is? Where my forts is?
Yeah. Down between Tooth Town and your little camp. There's one more group of boys. But I wouldn't go near them if I were you.
Why not?
They don't like others of our kind.
Oh, he's green, is he?
That's something we have in common.
They try to hide their green. Go check and go find out for yourself.
Why is he?
Between Tooth Town and your town.
And that's where?
It's good to know he's got the steering.
Yeah.
Just tell the steering wheel.
Yeah, and the little snotling of the steering wheel.
He's also a GPS
He's a good horn.
You just paint a map on his goggles. He's like, I can't see shit.
All right, we get some.
So should we tell these guys to meet us at Morcon, or should we seriously try to go down and take over Tooth Town before we do this? It seems like if we've got these boys mopping up Tooth Town, it wouldn't be too bad.
I mean, they seem to be quite aware of Tooth Town, so I mean, if they could have taken it, they would have probably done it already. I say, anyways,
They said they're going to join you. And
Yeah.
they're pretty independent, it feels.
They're
So
pretty
you're independent.
Yeah.
So you're probably not going to be able to lead them down there yourself.
All right.
yeah. Oh, okay, so they're gonna join the fight probably. It looks like they have spyglass and stuff. Like, oh, okay. I don't know. I'm satisfied. This guy could probably kick our ass. So let's just count
He's
this
a
as a
boss.
win.
Of course
Yeah,
he
yeah.
Of course he can.
Oh, a random roll.
Stealing something.
All right.
A 5. Hey,
5.
use a Benny. Get it. Get something this time.
5.
You could get a raise though. You have all these bennies to sit.
There's a wall.
You're like reaching over for something, and that saw hand of Slogger comes down and like pins your arm down to a table.
Oh, shit.
I was just looking.
With my hands.
Keep your grubby balls to yourself, Luda.
Speaking of, how's my buggy?
It's fine.
Okay.
Would Ludas have that
Winch it up,
reputation? Would people
Luda.
be like mad that Ludas are walking around and be like, you motherfucker?
They do get
They just-
like they're just watched more.
Yeah, and they do share what they loot.
Many of them, yes.
Well, I
And
take it to
eventually-
my Big Mac to make me a bigger gun, and they get
Much of it
material
makes its
too.
way back into the community
Yeah.
through the mech boy that they give all their loot to.
I see this is a resounding success.
Let's do it again.
Hey.
All right,
And
you
off to
jump
the
back
next.
in the buggy.
Yeah.
Start driving around. So you drive around, and it gets dark and you're just going along. It's once you get down to the tip of the horn, it's easy because Tooftown is there and it's lit up like a Christmas tree. So you just go around that.
Plus, we're glowing red now.
Yeah.
It says Waaagh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, we're getting mortared.
And then by morning, you're driving up back towards where you think Morkran would be. And up ahead of you, you just see what looks to be a shelled out, empty base. It has some of its walls still standing, but mostly it's just empty.
You think them... excuse me. You think, reckon the blue me's come by here?
Maybe. There's everywhere. But so is we. They said they hides the green, so we just gotta find the green.
Boy. You think they've purple?
Never heard of it.
What's purple?
Just drive it.
Alright, notice checks as you guys are approaching this blasted out base.
Hey.
Womp womp.
Womp womp.
6.
Alright, so as you're driving up, there's something wrong with the empty spaces that you're seeing. Your mind is like, they're kind of fuzzy. They're not right.
Does that empty space look fuzzy to you?
What?
Right there. There's that one.
What do you mean empty space?
So
Does it look like displacer field stuff?
make a smarts check.
Smarts, I got that.
-2, because I'm stupid.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to shoot it.
I'm always ready to shoot it.
Oh, I was like, yeah, 10. Oh, that's
Oh,
1.
1.
3.
Alright.
No clue.
Could be displacer technology. That would be, I mean, pretty big technology to displacer the entire.
Is anybody there?
I was going to say turn the light off, but he said, you're like, are you there?
Yeah.
You're like, he's just kind of going towards this thing, driving. You're starting to see, like, again, like the emptiness, like the empty spots, the barren areas, that, like, as you're getting closer, it kind of, like, it's shifting. Like, the empty spots are moving, and then you can see that there's, like, ropes tying things down underneath. And it's just then that you realize that these are, like, tarps.
Purple tarps.
Yeah. They're not purple. They're colored gray and brown and all the other things. But just when you start to figure out that the empty spaces are fake, 2 boys jump up with rockets. They're in camouflage. All right. Blow up some orcs.
Well, I'll show them or both. Both, I guess.
If there's orcs, someone's getting blown up.
All right.
Also,
One
you
hit.
cleared your voice.
Oh,
earlier.
no.
I just like the idea of you being like, hey, where do you think... where do you think they are?
You're actually a Calidus assassin.
Yeah.
Polymorphined into an orc.
Yeah. Man.
Excuse me. Where am I trying to locate the local wall?
What's the rocket damage? 66?
66.
AP2.
AP2.
All right.
He's like, let me clarify that the damage that I know exactly by heart is the exact damage I know by heart.
So -2, yours is 15, -2, 13. So 5, 10,
Does your displacer field extend around the buggy?
It does if I get hurt.
19,
Not
20.
really.
20 damage to 13. So 13 to. It's only one
17
raise,
is
basically.
one raise, and then after that would be 18. So yes, one raise.
All right. So you are out of control and wounded, unless you want to spend a penny to soak.
Yep. That's what I'm lucky for. Alright, so
it's your
this will be
maneuvering.
my
You're
driving.
driving, yeah.
Okay.
With the +2 handling.
Plus 2 handling. Alright. Ah, come on!
There. Oh,
That's a
damn
6.
it. Ah.
But +2 is 8.
8, so it's 4 plus a raise, so
yeah.
that gets rid of the wound and it gets rid of the out of control. So You just like turn to the side as the rocket like careens off and detonates nearby.
Whoa!
The other rocket just sails past you.
Ah, that was great!
A whole bunch of other orc heads kind of pop up from entrenchments and on the walls, and guns are starting to DACA up.
All right, well,
Yeah, that's
time
do
to
it.
fight. Yeah.
Doctor, you're back, yeah.
Did this come in that big Savage Rifts?
yeah.
box? This is
Not the
cool.
Savage Rifts. That came in the Savage Worlds
This
box.
is cool as hell.
Yep. And
Yeah.
there's another one for the other stuff too. This is like combat options. This is where your powers, like your power modifiers
Yeah.
are.
I've never even seen
And then
this.
nice cards are so nice to have in these
Yeah.
games.
This is perfect.
I
this
have
is cool.
I have to take that, don't I?
You have to take
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's a
That's
club.
So that one's yours.
It is a club. So,
So that means something on your turn, an obstacle or problem is going to befront you.
yeah.
Jack. Oh, I had the suit right.
Oh, 3. Remember, you get to the bonus because of your edge. You get a bonus if your card is below 5.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, you're
You're
thinking,
calculating.
calculating.
yeah.
Man, you guys.
Uh-oh. Well, I mean, it makes
I mean,
sense
you
for these guys
shuffled.
get the jump on us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, it does make sense that these guys get the jump on you.
Where did I write calculating? There it is.
Yeah.
I
Do
don't
you remember what it
No,
does?
I'll look it up right now.
All right. On 10, a hail of gunfire comes into you.
Ignore 2 points of penalties if your initiative card is 5 or less.
All right. So starting with some
That's-
shooter fire.
That's why I was so successful with my shooting last time, even though it was like a D4. It's because I could ignore penalties and just fire anyway.
We'll do 3 bursts of this at you. So first round.
Uh-oh.
That is a hit. The rest aren't. You're going fast, so they have a -2 to hit you.
Okay.
So 1 hit. Here we go. Yep. So 1 hit. Sorry, 2 hits. 1 with a raise.
Okay.
The damage. The same. No AP on this, so they're trying to break 15.
Okay.
Here is the...
Your damage dice are the same as your attack dice?
Yes.
Whoa.
They have a D8 shooting,
Whoa.
and the shooter is a 3D8. So...
Wow. I mean, that sucks for
4,
you.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9's not going to do nothing to you. And this one has a raise, so an extra D6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is...
One of the A's got shot out.
1 more...
No, it just says wah instead of wah.
They're going to shoot another rocket at you.
Oh my god.
Nope. It comes down from one of the walls
Oh,
and
thank goodness for
just
orc
behind
shooting.
you. These guys are pretty good with shooting. All right, so that's on 10.
You're 6.
Yeah, but I got a club going on.
complication.
I want to, but I can. You guys can go. I can trade this because we're in the same vehicle.
Correct.
So I'm going to leave it to. I'm going to trade with a 3. Does this cancel his?
Yes.
It will.
No,
Cancel.
no, it won't.
It won't.
What you were. So just keep your cards. You don't have to trade.
Okay.
Just you determine who goes
Who
when.
goes when? Okay. I need to go last because something bad's going to happen on my turn.
All right, I'll shoot then. Unless, you shoot. Yeah, you go first. Oh, you have a 5 anyway. Yeah, you have to go last, so that would make sense. I go, then you go, then he goes. Okay. All right, I'll shoot my plasma pistol.
The range is going to give you some negatives, but you're going to counteract that because you're calculating.
Mm-hmm.
You're shooting at what? Someone on the wall or someone in a trench?
I think on a wall would probably be better because they're shooting rockets at us.
So you're going to shoot one of the rocket guys?
Yeah.
All right. Go for it. You're shooting.
No.
Oh. You can use your ammo run to re-roll one of those dice.
Oh, okay.
But it's for the entire turn, so he won't get it either. There we go.
Hey.
10.
Yep,
Exploded
that
to
hits
10.
with a raise.
Yeah.
And I don't add a hero dice to this, do I?
No.
17.
Whew. Zot.
2d12.
What's the penetration on a plasma?
6.
Oh.
Yeah, that orc is up there. He shot his rocket, and instead of ducking for whatever reason, he just like picks up. He's up there. He's got another rocket. He's put it in, and just plasma just coats him. He's like, the rocket drops off the building and lands and explodes. And there's just scorched orc skeleton.
That was awesome.
Unless... Oh, they already went, so...
Yeah. So it's going to be 5. 6, 7, 30. Now it's all of you.
What you
doesn't
doing?
Doggo.
Oh.
Remember to roll your rate of fire. You roll as many shooting dice as your rate of fire.
Need 2 more.
What are you shooting at? You just started rolling dice.
Guys in trenches or walls?
Trenches or walls?
I'm shooting walls. Might as well go trench.
Yeah, sure.
So a 5 and a 7 will hit.
Yep.
Um.
Okay, yeah.
Was that your...
Sorry, I'm trying to remember how to...
3d10.
So 3d10 for
Use your
each.
words. Yeah.
First one. Ooh,
Oh.
27 for the first one.
Do those explode?
Yes, they do.
No, that's right. Roll both those 10s. 27, 34, 40. 40 for the first shot.
God.
Here comes
Wow.
the second shot.
That's one dead, whatever.
Yeah. Fuck, man. 16. What was that?
That was a 10.
Oh, so 26 plus 10 is
Sorry, keep
36.
going?
Yep.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
36. 40. 2
So-
40s.
Jesus.
You just and you just pepper the side of the wall, and you see like boys are ducking, and then you just see splatterings of
He was shooting
orc
trench.
blood. Oh, you're shooting trench.
Yeah.
So you just rake the ground, and you just see geysers of orc blood coming up into the air, and you just kill like a whole line of them, basically.
Whoa!
All right.
Sure, that's getting bigger. Thanks for fighting.
We're supposed to bring the boys back.
They didn't say in what condition.
Maybe we shouldn't bring these ones back. They're pretty soft.
Yeah.
They did say they'd hide their grave.
Chase the face. Here we go. All right. Here's your little thing. So we're going to draw a card off this deck. It is a club. So that means for you, complication. Action cards or triggers. You need to make a...
Is club thing a new thing?
Yes.
Ooh. Clubs are complicated.
You make a maneuvering as a free action to try to avoid this. And what you've turned, okay, you were heading towards this from the west. Which way did you want to go? Do you want to try to go south or north? Are you towards the horn, towards the mountains, or towards the open plain to get around the building?
To get around the building.
fort. So basically, like
towards the horn.
here's the horn, here's your base. You could go up this way or down this way to get
Let's go
around this. So you're going up. When you headed up there, you quickly realized that because of how the camouflage and all that there's a bunch of it lying on the ground out here.
Okay.
And you probably don't want to see what's underneath those.
Yeah, probably not.
So you're trying to swerve
Okay.
out of the way.
Oh,
Because
boy.
it was a club, you're going to get a -2 to this, so it's going to cancel your handling.
So just straight roll. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna spend a penny to
Lucky.
reroll one of those.
Nope, the whole thing.
Okay. Although that is a 4.
It is, but you'll get to keep it. You're trying to roll for a raise
Yeah.
or like a higher success right now.
I thought that was a 1.
No,
problem.
keep this. You get to, this roll happened.
Okay.
So
you get to
reroll
pick
it.
the highest of your 2.
Oh,
rolls.
I see,
Yeah, that's
I
the
see.
lucky part. Okay. It's the same roll.
It's a
but
4,
you can-
okay.
yeah.
So I just
You still succeed.
threw away a penny, that's all.
Yeah.
Happens to the best of us.
But you avoided turning that into a like critical failure on a maneuver roll. So. Where is it?
So, what do you think of these boys so far? They seem very fighty. I like that.
Yeah, but we
I
just
like that.
we're taking them out too easy.
Well, he's just really good at what he does.
I think we're just talking about hitting them. I killed them with one shot. From the distance from where we
That was high up. I'm looking at ground level.
Your card.
That
All right.
was
Assessment. You didn't crash into anything. You didn't get hit or wounded, and you killed a whole bunch. So I think that's a Waaagh. Waaagh level 1. Ready.
I'll take an ace.
Ace.
This one's a jack. Come on. Dang it.
Oh, this can get
It's another calculating.
Yeah, that's true. Clubs again.
Let's see.
Yeah, you didn't get a club this time. So.
Yeah, it's for the vehicle, right? Pretty much. Like, they can drop clubs and be okay?
Yeah, it's just you
Okay.
that sparks the problem.
There's another card?
Not yet.
Oh, shit.
Eight of hearts goes first. Oh no, ace goes first.
Yep.
Go ace. Yep. Right. I will pretty much try to go like full evasive here. Action evasive.
With an action.
Yeah. 'Cause-
All right. So with an action, is it on there? Do they have it on the other side? I don't know if they have it on the other side. Maneuvers. Yeah, maneuvers. Evade.
Evade. Okay. So everyone on it shooting out of it's going to get evasion, but everyone else is going to have a harder time shooting me by -4.
Now, do you have to? Is it just an action, or do you have to make a roll for that?
Let's see.
For the -4.
The character or driver zigzags through terrain, maximizes cover, otherwise concentrates on not getting hit. Melee and ranged attacks against him, this vehicle, or anyone in it, on or in it, suffer a -2 penalty at the start of the vehicle's next turn. The character and any occupants of the mountain's vehicle also take the penalty to their attacks as erratic movement and obstacles affect their targeting aim as well. If the character performs his maneuver as an action, this penalty increases to -4 in both directions.
Mm-hmm.
Giving them a -4 of their rolls?
Yes.
I think, okay.
He can negate 2 of it. So.
He can negate 2? That's true.
But that means the Luda is going to be
-4.
Yep.
So yeah, you know what? I think I'll just do the free action evade and try to. There's a trench of people over there. There's still
not anymore, since you've kind of gotten around.
Got around.
So now there's just the wall to your left.
All right. Do I see any like? I'm gonna spend my actions like. Stop shooting us! We've got big fights going on! Come join the war! And I started blaring the war. Yeah.
Alright.
Do you have to roll an evade? Or is it just happens?
I do free, yeah.
This is the free version.
Yeah.
He can either take it as an action, devote his whole round to it.
Do I do a
Nope.
persuasion? No? Okay.
Oh, persuasion? Yeah, they can hear you.
Okay. So yeah, that's my turn. I'm driving.
Okay. Yep, you're driving, and you're technically held if you want. Like you still have an action.
Alright.
Then it's going to be what do you got down there?
8 of clubs.
Then me. All right, so let's rake some fire into you guys. -2, that's a hit. Oh. It's a lot, so that's 2 more hits, both with raises.
The This brutal can of water used the severed body parts of dead thirsts to build itself a flesh suit, which it used as a disguise to get a job in marketing. But Liquid Death never took the job; it just murdered a bunch more thirsts instead.
All right. So you have 2 regular hits and 3 hits with raises.
You right there?
Oh no!
Amber alert.
Oh no!
So the 2 regular hits. Oh. 8, 9, 10, 15, 16. That
beats my armor.
That beats your armor, so it's enough to make you make an out of control check.
Okay.
Unless you want to try to soak it, which
That's the one.
this is just a normal hit.
Normal hit?
You got 4 more hits coming in on
I
you.
guess I might as well wait. Out of control, huh?
Yeah.
All right, 2d6.
That's the D6, right? That's the hero D6.
No, this is just a chart.
Yeah, this is just a chart roll. Bum, ba, bum, bum. What do I get there? 8.
Hang on, you get a 6 to explode.
Nope, this is just a chart.
Just an 8.
Distracted. Ground vehicle spins out of skid. Airplanes crash. Okay. Everyone on board is distracted until the end of the next turn.
So that is distracted. I believe is -2 to all actions.
Except me.
What the hell, man?
Well, now you're getting. Oh, hold on.
We're getting shut up.
You did getting shot up. Only one of those hit. I forgot you had negative. They have -2 to all of this. The 3 still hit you with
-4,
raise,
don't
but only
No,
one
I
normal
just
hit.
did those.
There was only one normal hit,
Oh, okay.
and then the 3 all got raises, so they just hit you like way too well. Distracted. All your characters suffer -2 straight rolls.
Okay, so the start of until my next turn.
Yep, you guys are getting hit, spun, as he's trying to avoid all this damage. Alright, first one with a raise. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's enough to...
That just beats my armor.
So, out of control, or you can spin the Benny.
And so that's it, right? Okay, so I just do another out of control.
Uh-huh.
No big deal. Unless I roll a 2. That's a major collision. Everyone in the vehicle is distracted. It takes D4 wounds and 1 critical hit. Well.
Alright, well, D4 wounds. Let's do this.
I only have 4 of them, so please don't roll that.
Oh, come on.
And a critical
Do we have does the vehicle have
2?
3 lives too?
No.
No.
Well, we've already destroyed this vehicle 3 times, so it's not like we can't put it back together. It's just gonna put
That's
us on
fine.
the
Yeah,
ground
yeah.
from it.
I mean, I'm
So-
gonna hold out on this vehicle as long as I can. If we have to go on foot and start clubbing fools, that's fine too.
And it's 2d6 on the crit.
Yep. You go ahead and roll this one, yeah.
6.
Chassis, no special effects.
Alright. Pink. Okay, so that was the
More hit,
first
yeah.
hit with a raise.
Uh-huh.
This is the second of 3.
This is the second of 3.
No.
8, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20,
You got minus
22. No, not to damage. 22, 27.
2. Oof.
27,
What is the armor? 15?
15.
So 19 is a raise. 23 is a raise, so 2 raises. Oh, it's what did you get?
27.
27. So it's 19, 23, 27 is 3 raises. Yeah.
Alright, so that's out of control plus 3 wounds. That will destroy the vehicle.
Yeah.
I think it's time to dodge.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how effective this is going to be, but
7.
7 and a 2. Okay, so 7.
Alright, that's
To dodge with dodge.
That's
2
a-
wounds.
that's 1 wound.
Oh, okay.
Actually, yes, each success is and raises a wound. So it's 1 wound down.
Well,
So
don't I
you-
have minus 2 to my roll because I'm distracted?
Not for so.
Okay.
At least I'm not gonna.
Okay.
For this time.
A 5 would still be a success with no raise anyway, so it didn't make any change to the roll.
That is a. That's 2 wounds.
Oh, do I have plus 2 from the maneuver? Oh, this is still just damage, right?
This is just
Nothing that you did with that roll, adding or subtracting.
Okay.
Oh, you
that
still do
raise.
have your. Hold on. The distracted would have canceled your.
Cancel it out. Okay.
So then you go to 7.
Still a
Yeah,
7.
so it's exactly
Right.
That's 2 wounds. And I
2
think
wounds. That's it. Just right on the card. Yeah, that's 4 out of 4. Well, buggy.
We popped a steel tire somehow.
Yep, you pop, and this thing pops, spins, everyone kind of goes flying out. So that is Erect.
You were a speed freak, not a crash freak.
Dogger goes faster than cars.
Thank you.
Wrecked.
That makes Snogbucks think for a second.
Yeah. Gotta say it fast.
And like a new appreciation for your job.
Starting with you.
Uh-oh.
6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17 damage. So what is your toughness with armor?
9.
With armor?
15.
Okay. So I got a 19.
That's one raise?
I had 17. So that is just a hit. You're just shaking. If you want to spend a penny to cancel it, you can, but no real reason to. Let's go on to you. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that doesn't get through your toughness.
15 also, yeah.
So now on to you. 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's my toughness.
You're
You have armor though. You're at 13. Oh, so you have an 8, and then you add your 5, so you're 13.
Yep.
Okay.
So you guys all get thrown
Tumbled
from the
out.
vehicle, tumbled out.
Yeah.
It comes to a rest, and you guys are all kind of behind it. Daka is coming down all around you.
Damn it! Get your boys on that car.
Oh yeah. It's not my. That was my turn. So,
Well, you still had your remember you were kind of held your action.
yeah.
So do you want to?
Oh, I mean, yeah. So I can get the oil across and direct them and stuff like that. Yeah, like get this back online. And I start throwing my oil riggers at it.
All right, roll
Get
your repair.
My repair. It's not great.
It's they would just roll a d6.
Right.
Or you at least get
I see.
You get the wild card.
Yeah, so we get thrown out, we scramble, try to slap some stuff together. That's a 4.
It regains a wound.
All right.
It is drivable again.
That's what I'm doing.
Smoke comes out of there.
Not yet. All right, who is next?
We have a club here though.
Oh, so that was them.
Oh, that's
so yeah.
bad. So now it's club. Does it do anything with the club?
Nope.
Okay.
That's just the driver.
I get extra back.
Okay. Yep.
What?
1 second. There is an option to suppressive fire an area, if you would like to do that. You make 1 attack roll, 1 shooting roll. You wouldn't use your rate of fire. But an entire group would, on a success, be distracted, and any raise is a wound.
And that'll still carry over in the next turn since they already went.
For damage with a raise. Huh?
That'll still carry over in the next turn since they already went.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Time to more Daka.
Daka the Daka.
Oh.
You don't have the -2 anymore because we're not. Oh, you're distracted though.
You can ammo run the shooting roll.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Okay. The whole thing for
Just
number?
just the shooting. Just 1 shooting die.
8.
There you go.
Okay, so
Hey.
roll it. Here, take this back then.
14.
6.
Yep, that's with a raise, so you do get a damage roll off to everything you hit.
There it is.
There it is.
Nice. 7, 13.
13.
It seems to have just distracted them all.
Good suppressive fire though.
Alright.
Go. What are you trying to do?
So the car's running again, right?
Yep.
Alright, I'll just fire on the closest. Well, no. We can't just kill these guys over and over again.
Wreak some havoc on the wall. Your spell
I think what
havoc.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
You teleport a section of that wall out of here.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna try to stop the fighting. Let's turn the wall. Let's turn the wall light back on and be like, "We're trying to get you for a wall." But they won't be able to hear me, right? They'll be shooting at me and stuff.
Pretty much, yeah. There's a lot of explosions and stuff going on.
How can we get this to stop being just killing everybody?
By being better. I mean, eventually.
That's true. We just keep shooting.
Yeah, it's fighting time, man. I don't know.
All right, let's havoc the wall then.
All right, roll it.
Let's do 2 points. So with a success, the caster places medium blast template in within range. Contemplate, blah, blah, blah. Anyone touched by the template is distracted and must make a strength roll. Those who fail are hurled 2d6 inches, which is 12 yards.
And they're distracted, so they're getting -2 to this strength roll.
So I added 1 to make it a larger effective area.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry, I'm going to make it 1 to make it stronger. So now everyone gets the strength rolls are made at -2.
Ooh, so it's -4 for a group of them.
Yeah.
You can also do the range. If you want to spend 1 or 2 more, you can make it bigger and affect more of the wall. So
it's going to affect more of the wall and be stronger.
All right.
And I'm rolling smarts.
You're rolling smarts, yeah. No, yes, to get it to go off.
Boy.
You're rolling repair, basically.
Oh,
10.
That's a 10.
So that's 1 with a raise.
Yeah, with a raise. What do you get out of a raise?
Oh. What's anything about raise?
Big dagger.
No, there's anything about raise. It's weird. With success, the caster plays medium blast template within range or cone template. When anyone touched by the template is distracted and must make a strength roll. Those who fail are hurled directly away from the caster, away from the center of the blast plate. Victims who strike a hard object take 2d4 damage. There it is. Oh yeah, so they will take 2d4 damage, but they'll get...
keep reading though.
Okay, airborne targets, flying or airborne targets suffer an additional -2 to their strength rolls as they have no ground to brace themselves on. That's it.
Did it say anything about a raise?
Nothing.
I thought it said something. I think the damage comes from the raise.
Maybe 2d4 damage, but what would I add for a raise then?
No, I think it doesn't damage unless you get the raise, but I'm not sure.
No, that's only if they strike a hard object. That doesn't say anything about the raise at all. Maybe I'm not supposed to roll it.
That's just a thing you do.
Yeah, it could just be
spell,
an effect.
Maybe that.
Generally, you have to see if you manifest the power.
No, because it does say with success.
Yeah. Those who fail are hurled. Caster can template directly away from the caster if using the blast template. Caster chooses from the dead center. Victims who strike a hard object, such as a wall, take 2d4. Airborne turrets, flying or airborne turrets. Yeah, just nothing about a raise.
I mean, the other one doesn't say anything. Well, yeah, you're right, or double that with a raise. It does say that up there. So there's nothing, you just don't get a raise on Havoc, I guess. They're like, it's strong enough, you don't get anything extra. Either way, it hit.
Yep.
It's green.
They get a
is it a
-4.
blast or is it a cone?
This is a blast.
Okay. So you took a device and
Right into
threw it over there over the wall. It's like all that shock energy hits, kind of a whirlwind of dark wind and this way too vibrant blue lightning, and you just see all these orcs just some get thrown towards you guys, some get thrown back, some get thrown across the walls.
They have to roll a strength check at -4.
They all failed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they get thrown 2d6 inches. So they get thrown 6 inches, which is 12 yards in every direction.
Yeah, 36 feet. Like some of them came 36 feet off the wall towards you guys.
Yeah.
And the rest get thrown back in over this. Some of them take damage, some of them don't, as they strike objects and hit the ground. Yeah, you just scatter that. You scatter the entire wall. There is nothing up there to shoot back at you this turn. So, which is good because you need to fix the car a little bit more.
Yep.
I don't know. You lost the car this turn, but that havoc and the suppressive fire was pretty impressive.
And we didn't really lose the car.
It stopped. It stopped. So I'm going to call Waaagh even.
Okay.
Waaagh.
A gentle Waaagh.
We had a this turn.
Yeah. 4. Now.
Want another?
Yeah, I'm quick. Give me something faster. I think I have to take a 5. No?
So you got above a 5? Yeah, you got to take a 6.
Did you put these?
Wow. How did they come in order?
Stacked deck.
Bam!
Joker!
Alright. Joker. Oh,
We all get a Banny.
you all get a Benny. Take one down, pass it around. You don't get 2.
Ace! Ace of Spades!
Alright. You get all these awesome things when there's like no enemies left.
Yeah.
Well, there are enemies around. They're just recovering from being tossed off the wall.
I'll hold off.
Ace.
Daga.
Ah, the closest ones. The ones
Yeah.
that got flung toward you. Alright. Ready to fire? I'm assuming you're not doing suppressive on this. You're
the only way
shooting
we
for
can get
effect.
these boys is by killing enough of them that they quit.
That's pretty much how orc diplomacy works.
Damn, hell yeah. Wait, 10, 12, sorry, 19,
So that's
10.
33.
this is not an add. This
Oh.
is a skill check.
So that was
So-
an 11 then.
11 hits with a raise.
On the 7 and
A
a
7
4.
and a 4 both hit as well. So
Woo!
3 hits.
Yeah, here comes 4
3d10,
damage.
yeah.
Let's do it. Fuck yeah.
Oh, wow.
16. So 22,
Jesus, just splatter.
25.
And it makes sense for a big
Death
gun to
gun.
hit
Yeah.
a normal orc.
Yeah.
It's 12, 16. And hell yeah.
God
19,
damn.
29.
Wow.
Plus another 16.
Jesus! That is some
45.
carnage.
That's the one shot, 45 damage.
Pretty much all the
Fuck
ones,
yeah.
all the ones that came towards you, that the most immediate
I like to
threats.
think I got some while they're
All
still in
dead.
the air.
That's how you got so much damage.
Turkey shoot.
Take my dice.
Yeah, that's all.
Holy dooly.
Jesus.
Are you moving to get in the vehicle?
Sure.
Get in!
All right. Assuming you're getting in, are you directing for repair?
Yes, I am. And driving into the hole in the wall, if I can?
There isn't a hole in the wall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Havoc's not that powerful.
It doesn't destroy things.
No, in
It
fact,
just
the
knocks things
damage
around.
is non-lethal when things get hit, unless it's a spiked wall or like a dangerous hazard.
That's a success.
All right, so another wound on the vehicle.
Guess that I'm tying tubes together and while driving. Got my foot on the
Well,
wheel.
he hasn't gone yet, so
You find a bit of entrail.
Oh,
flying
yeah.
through
I
the
could
air
always.
and-
I'll throw mine into the repair also.
you can't do it. Well, I mean, you could go try to repair it yourself. Yes, if you want to do that.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'll use my turn to repair.
All right, so roll
Let's see
a
this
repair
thing-
check.
let's
Plus
get this thing
2.
running.
5. That's a
Five,
success. That's another.
Yeah.
That's another repair.
Hey, we're almost good as new at that point.
All right. So
Yep.
Yeah, they were distracted in front of me. So that's Waaagh for sure.
that is wall for sure. So
I mean, a
Waaagh
45
2.
damage shot out of the death gun is pretty impressive. 3d10, man.
That's
what a
gross.
fucking gun.
3d10 AP, only AP2, but 3d10
I mean, but-
is insane.
If you
I
do
mean,
45
how many-
damage, who cares about the AP anymore?
You haven't even hit the yellow button.
I know. Oh, I should have used that time to spend some seconds on the blue button that's still hanging off your gun. Well, I've even got a better idea for the blue button now.
Oh. Oh man, the shuffling.
The shuffling.
We got PTSD from it playing Rifts for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Because it was just Dayton and me sitting here, and every time he would just do it to. Just
Something
because
to
he
do
was
with my hands.
fidgeting,
Yeah.
And it would stop the game. We'd be like, "Hey, so later we're playing about. Wait a minute, what are you shuffling for?"
I will take a new card, please.
5.
It's like a 10 of spades.
It's the regular old card, nothing special.
Nice.
Ace of
It's a
clubs.
Frank in it. It was a vampire ace.
Can I get another thingy? The ace of spades.
All right. Ace.
A king. Oh, shit.
Daga.
More Daga.
6, 1, 3, and what? Yeah, so just one successful shot. You could re-roll.
Or you want to ammo run?
Oh, I
to
can
them?
ammo run too. Yeah.
It would only be one of them though.
Yeah. So instead of doing that, means you would try to get one more successful roll, so you get 2 successes. So there you go. You get a second success.
That'll work.
I mean, seeing what
That'll
you've done
work.
with 2, that'll work. God damn it. Yay, Benny.
Yay! I did a funny.
No one said that yet. It just happened organically.
15. And
Organically. And pushing it too far down. There we go. 29 again. Plus another
Oh, God
12,
damn.
so 30 or
Yep,
41
You
again.
splatter some more hapless orcs.
Jesus.
I am
God damn,
fucking
rolls
grinning
over
from ear to
40.
ear.
Yeah. Now because I don't imagine. Oh.
Hold your horses there, buddy.
Well, you got rid of the horses. We got this buggy now.
What's a horse?
You
We
hear
ate him.
somewhere in the camp, somewhere in this fort, you hear a brr, 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 and then a chorus of horns follow it.
I beat the horn.
Brr, brr. Poor Snotwing.
I mean, Snotling is pretty safe.
It's freaking no.
He
The thing
serves
is
a
that
purpose.
it does serve a purpose. When he takes a hit, it goes to like a chassis crew.
Mhm.
If it hits a system, it's the red button, the blue button, or the horn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So by putting that on there, you gave like a free wound to the systems. Brilliant move.
Superstition.
We lost the horn once last game. Didn't we?
Yeah, well, yeah.
You replaced your horn.
Yeah, I did.
All right,
This is Phil.
now
This
it's
is new horn. Now it's my turn. All right.
driving.
Where am I hearing this from?
It's somewhere in the base.
In the base? Is there have we seen any kind of access to this?
Hmm?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were driving towards an entrance.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
But now
Great.
you went around. So I mean, you can keep going around. Probably another entrance somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. And this time though, I'm going to. No, I'll make another. I'm just gonna drive regular, free, evasive, and use a directed repair.
Okay.
Let's get this thing back up to shape. Come on!
Like this thing's getting cobbled back together
Yeah.
as it's being shot apart.
Oh my god, it's mayhem in here. There's sheets of metal flying out. I'm like, oh, we need that.
Not to know. You are back to tip-top shape.
Woo! Yeah.
This thing just keeps getting louder.
Yeah.
So,
Alright. So-
driving. So, yep, you're driving around the base, heading this way. You basically kind of cusp this wall, the horn-facing wall, and you're kind of heading out this way. Who's next? Anything?
Nobody's shooting at us anymore. Are they?
There's more wall now, so there's more boys up on wall. That you've driven up into.
I'll spend the time working on his blue button.
Repair.
You don't have to let go of it.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Ouch! Ow!
He's still shooting. He's still shooting, and you're working on it while it's firing.
Was that not a 6? Oh, that was
That's
5.
an 8, yeah, so like an 8 still.
But the D6
No, it
was
was
a
a
5.
5, yeah, so 8.
Alright, so and you get an 8, that's with a raise. Whatever you're doing is done.
Nice.
What are you doing?
I'm making your gun better! Give it some new tools.
All he did was disable the yellow button to make his blue button
I
work.
just wired it into the blue button, so you push the yellow button, all it does is light the blue button up.
Oh no. Oh,
All
no.
right. Oh no.
If you can see your face right now.
What?
What? Nothing. Go ahead. Oh,
of
damn it.
clubs.
I don't want a club.
I'm doing pretty middle of the road today. It's okay. Nice, man. You're kicking it. This is the Ash one of me. That's my favorite thing about the Savage Worlds is that even in the cards and all the instruction booklet, because you're supposed to skin stuff with this,
It's all,
it's all just randomness like vampires and robots.
there's Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah.
There's Ash versus the Dead.
Yeah. Sorry. What is his name? Ash? What's his last name? I can't
Ketchum.
Cash. No, shut up. God damn it. Now, whatever.
Yeah.
No!
That Benny back.
Whatever I had in my head is gone now.
All right. So, King, there's orcs up on walls if you want to just keep dacking.
Yeah, I want to suppressing fire though. No, we got the
Vehicle back up and running. All right, suppressive fire.
Very big holes.
Of course, this is his name. So his name's Ash, right?
Amaranth.
Oh, Amaranth. Yeah, go for it. So Ash is short for Ashley. His middle name is Joanna. Since Ashley Joanna Williams, that's Ash's real name.
Ashley Joanna
No,
Williams.
It makes sense because he's got that, like,
you
Napoleon
hit
complex.
and have distracted, got their heads down as they're ducking behind the wall. So no incoming, all distracted incoming fire for this turn.
These kids have never seen this kind of firepower before.
We can take on the blue beast ourselves at this rate.
This is more like a hello than Daka.
All right. 2 bursts coming in distracted.
We're all holding our middle fingers up at it.
Oh, bring it.
Nope.
It's a 20. Oh, it's a 3 individual shots.
Yeah, 3 individual shots. Thing is that they're distracted and he's moving fast, so you're evading.
-4.
The free action today.
Yep. So that's -6.
2. Oh,
yeah.
That's a
you're
-6?
right, because he's moving fast, which is -2, and he's evading -2.
Oh, and
he's distracted
Gotcha.
-2.
Jesus Christ, they can't roll high enough on D8s then.
But they explode.
Oh, they do explode, yeah.
And they do.
All right. And,
You're rolling up D8s,
I
you're
forgot
gonna.
about the explosion, yeah.
and one of them just takes a rocket stick up above and just launches it at you. No.
Oh.
All right.
Damn it, I'm never gonna see this.
You're coming around.
Displacer field work.
Okay.
Yeah, that was me.
That was you? Oh, okay. No, it's you.
I was shooting you.
All right.
Suit.
Oh, right. Suit. It is spade. So.
Oh,
It's,
right.
Is it on the other side of that?
You asked that last time. I don't know.
Yep, right there. So spades is no modifier to your roll, and you take a critical failure on a maneuvering roll. So make your maneuvering roll. There's no modifier, so you get the +2
All right.
because you're handling. And if you fail this, then you're going to go out of control.
7.
7 plus 2 for
So
9.
That's a
So
critical
raise.
raise. So you're starting to see on this side some disturbed areas of dirt. So you're avoiding those.
Right. Okay. Golly, it's like you ever play Full Throttle? It's like the vultures. The vultures from Full Throttle. That's what these fuckers
Oh,
are.
yeah.
Remember them?
No, I'm thinking of something else, I think.
They're kind of like at the end. They're like you have the minefield with the bunnies you send out.
Oh, no.
Anyway.
No, I didn't play that.
Oh, you never played Full Throttle?
Well, I didn't play
Great
that.
LucasArts game.
I was thinking of Road Rash.
Road Rash is good
God
too.
damn it, that game's stupid.
Shit, man. Like, I don't see an entrance yet or anything, or because we're coming around.
Coming around, yeah.
Yeah.
You just want to keep going around?
Step on it. Let's bless her.
See what you see?
Yeah, I guess so. Because like there's those horns, right?
So you're coming around, and that's when you see the parade of trucks coming out.
Okay.
So up in the front is a Def Rolla truck.
Okay.
Massive. There's a gunner in the front seat, and up behind him, like kind of on the trailer part of this, is this almost like massive throne. It's like sitting, it's a massive throne chair that has these bars that are kind of making it into an orb, like crash bars. And you see it has 2 big Daka guns on it. Think of the belly gun of a bomber, but put onto the top of a truck.
Okay.
And there is...
These are all the ones where I start saying, like, at what point does it stop becoming a mini, and it's just a sculpture at this point? Like, this thing is huge.
And he is, like, just big orc camouflage. He has got, like, the cap on, the cigar out, face painted with the black across his eyes. And he's just up there, the biggest that you've seen here, so probably the boss. Behind him are about a dozen trucks, all with various weaponry and boys hanging off on them, and between them are bikes, more bikes. So you're coming around, and they're coming out and around as well. Do you want to keep going the way you're going?
I mean, I probably wouldn't want to, but like, what would a speed freak do? I kind of want to hit the button and like go full maneuver and just weave through them.
I mean, it's your car. This is going to be the one time where we're like, who's driving?
Besides the bikes, your buggy is the fastest vehicle on this field.
Yeah.
So if you start to run now...
Yeah, all right. I want to, yeah.
And hey, you're on the other side, which means you're on the way to Morkrun.
On the way to Morkrun. Oh, we just lead him there? Gee whiz. Yeah, I turned full evasive maneuvers. Jesus.
Alright.
He's going back to camp!
We keep forgetting that with you.
What?
When he's doing evasive, you have -2 to hit.
Well, I fired before he did that.
Fair.
Turn to go first, right?
Because it's until the start of your next turn.
Yeah.
I don't know. So yeah, he goes full evasive, which is -4.
Yeah.
So any actions you want to take are going to be -4 because he's...
I mean, he's just
jiving.
Yeah, he's showing. I'm just going to turn the sign around so it says Waaagh backwards so they can follow us.
Well, it seems
Make a repair check.
You don't want to throw a havoc back there
It's
in the
just
bikes?
shooting.
It's just shooting. It's
Yeah,
just shooting.
I don't know. How do I get power points back?
You have to rest.
I could havoc the bikes. The range is my smarts. D10.
20.
20 inches.
D10. So 10. So that's 20 yards. So 60.
60 feet. Are they within the range of that?
Not yet.
All right. Then I'll hold back. Then, other than switching to sign repair, you said.
Yep. No negatives.
7. So.
Yep.
I put it on his woman.
Picks it up. Puts it in the bag.
Now he's talking.
All right. Now we get a proper chase.
Oh boy.
Oh, now we have to endure their attacks all the way back to Morkrun. Ugh.
You can read
I will not take that.
Oh, you have to take that.
I will take a 9.
It's not a club, though.
It's not a club, yeah.
Hey. No, again.
No, what the
Oh,
hell?
that's your lowest. Yeah. Sorry. Damn it.
Oh no. Well, enjoy those -4s.
All right. So I'm first. Okay. So we're gonna go with the Daka first. That's all the trucks opening up on you. The most lethal of which is Big Boy in the pintle or in the turret. So let's start with him.
You jerk.
We're just but one buggy.
You guys are more than welcome to get on this old man.
Your butt one.
Yeah.
I do not like my
It's
guys.
because they haven't been changed since the 60s. Nobody likes them except me. If I don't buy them, they just sit in the store.
So you buy them out of like, oh, well, somebody.
Aww.
Yeah. It's like Toy Story. It's like, well, I'll
That's why
play with
when I
you.
get them, I'm always like, the first 2,
I'll try one.
I'll take a bite and be like, these are old or new. You can tell by how stiff they are. They're not good.
This thing is a slow firing but twin linked heavy DACO. He's going 2d10. It's a -4, but it's twin linked, so that's a +2. So -2.
What does twin link mean?
So 2 weapons of the same type, rigged to fire at the same time.
Cool.
There's twin linked and quad linked. Like he has 4 tailpipes. That's quad linked flamethrowers that are coming out the back.
That's barrage guns, yeah.
No. That's hold on. It's only -2, right? I said.
Mm-hmm.
So both of those are 4s.
So 2s.
No, 6s.
Oh, they both come out to 4s.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So those are both successes.
So those are both successes.
Well,
Those are Ayasa's dice, and who are the blue black ones? Who are those for?
This was Calidora.
That's right.
Calidora and Ayasa.
The Xernex ones were starting to get a patina on the edges. They were starting to wear out.
yeah, I guess someone went
Yeah,
to
your
6.
6 was
Yeah.
definitely doing that now.
All right.
All that smiting.
That was a fun campaign.
Which?
Rub it in, guys.
Your Dragonborn.
Oh yeah, so good. It's like the best
This is fun
campaign yet.
too. And I was actually thinking earlier when he said like, "Oh, I didn't understand what you said," but we had already moved forward, and they all laughed. That we had played that Commissar game for like 6 or 7 sessions before we invited anybody else in. And then when we started playing online, and we got Scott and Robert in, and I had already like developed a way of speaking, and you had already kind of figured it out, and he'd figured it out. So I just stopped. I didn't repeat anything. I made you translate everything. And it made a lot of fun. We were like, I think you said this.
It's 4 AP. So your armor's 11 now. That's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 20. That's 20.
11.
So
that's 9 above. So that's 2 raises.
It's a hit with 2 raises.
I mean, I gotta.
You gotta.
I do like using the system again. This is like one of the few systems that I know all the numbers for. 8, yeah.
That's
10.
That's enough. You.
+2 or 12.
You just pull that little button that makes the hood pop up and just make a shield.
Just
6,
catches
7, 8,
it
9,
all.
10, 11. That's enough to out of control you.
You can't out of control. Nah, I take it.
Okay.
Because then we'll
You don't
all
have
be
to roll.
distracted for the return.
Okay.
Spinning the
Like,
dice.
taking the
It's like taking the
off.
shaking off.
Yeah, okay.
All right. That's the big guy. Now let's get some small fry fire on you. How many d8s do I have? Let's just roll as many as I can
Not as
in
many as
one
like,
shot.
how many d8s do I have? Not where are. I need 3 d8s. I have a bunch of d8s over here.
Hey, don't.
I like this orc pile and then your speed pile here. I like how I determine that speed freaks aren't orcs. This is an orc pile.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
So -2,
-4 for me.
and so native.
Oh,
Oh, you're doing the
That's
full,
foot-
right?
yeah.
-4. So none of these hit, except for this one, and this one is a 15. They needed an 8, so that's a hit with a raise.
Which means, oh, they got
Good lord,
advantage
you
first.
missed 5 shots.
Yeah, that's true.
AP 2,
Yep.
so you have a 13. 16 damage. So that is a
What was the AP?
2. So he had a 13,
13s, and then you got a 16, so it's just a regular hit.
just out of control.
So, whoop,
All right.
getting out of here.
That is the trucks,
No.
Mm-hmm.
the bikes. So the war bikes start coming in. You got about 2 groups of them. There's 4 in each group, and they're splitting up, coming around inside you. So the group on the right, on your right, is kind of like just trying to come up and rake fire into the cabin. The group on the other side is driving up, and they've got grappling hooks,
Yeah.
and they're gonna just try to grapple onto your chassis. And who knows what the hell their
Right,
plan is after
yeah.
that.
Those are cool models.
The war bikes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Those are badass.
All right, so the
Horse
right
is
side
pretty
group
great.
Right side group shooting.
Wow.
They have guns on their bikes.
Yeah,
Oh, I mean, sure.
Sure.
Well, it looks like
They're out the front.
I was
Right?
gonna say all the ones that I've seen so far have been poking out of the front. Yeah, they are
I think,
definitely.
I mean, orc houses have guns on them.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, actually, some of these war bikes.
They-
No.
they-
Yeah, no, never mind. Oh, sorry. It's because it's a chain gun. Doesn't look like the other guns. They all have guns on them. Yeah.
Nothing. So 2 of them are shooting their war bike guns coming up. The other 2 come around the side, and they're specifically slugging into the cabin. They're trying to hit you.
Okay.
I kind of want to just order some of these so that I can just paint them.
Yeah, that's some if you want to paint them.
Some war bikes.
So
We'll have to look at
all
that
this fire
afterwards.
coming in,
That might be fun.
nothing
Woo!
hit.
So I was planning to
Your
finish
evasive
up the,
maneuvers, keeping
them
them
off
off you.
this week.
I'm green for speed. Let's go.
2 grappling hooks.
Hey!
Hit the ground and do nothing.
God.
War bikes.
Woof. Well, alright, so I'm at a 9 here. So how much gaining am I doing away from these other?
From the trucks.
Yeah.
A good amount.
Yeah, I could probably still take shots at the, or
I
am
mean,
like,
their bullets are still faster than your car, but
Steer into the war
do you want to maneuver for more distance? Do you want to put distance between?
I would like to put some distance to where I can act without being just peppered to hell by these huge war truck guns.
All right, then roll a.
Got a big red button.
Look,
I do have a big red button, and I'm not afraid to use
and a
it.
big
No,
blue
really.
button.
flip that over. I'm gonna get your maneuvers. There is one for.
Flee?
No, it is.
Change position?
Yeah, check that.
Change the position. Success allows them to move up or down one chase card.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Okay.
No, keep reading. Keep reading that.
Oh, okay. With and up to 2 with a raise, the character may also change position as an action, adding +2 to his roll. Either way, this maneuver can only be used once per turn. I don't understand what that means. Speed bonus. If a rider, runner, ship, or vehicle's top speed is faster than the fastest of his rivals, he has +1 to his maneuvering roll to change position.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Just think of that
+2 if
as
he's
putting more
twice as
distance.
fast. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I can move +1 to my change position, or +2 if I'm twice as fast.
You are twice as fast.
Okay. So yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
But it says action or free action.
Right. So you can. So you can just take it as a free action because you're going to be driving. You make your roll, and you can change up to. Basically, you can put more distance.
categories of distance.
Categories of distance between you and them. Up to 2 categories of distance between you and them. If you spend your entire action just trying to get away from them, you can add +2 to that roll. Now, note that if you take this as the free action, then you can't take the evade.
I see. Oh, okay.
Right? So you can do one of these as a free
So
action.
okay,
and one
so
of
I'll
them
do
as an
I'll do
action
the
action.
gaining, and then I'll do the evade as my action and the change position to
As
get
your
ahead
free
as
action.
my free.
So the action for evade is the -4.
Yes.
Do it.
Yeah. Do I roll?
No, you don't roll for that.
Okay. That's what I'm
But
doing.
you're going to roll for this.
Okay. Right.
And
This
you
is
get
going to
+2
be
to the roll.
a driving test, I'm sure.
Actually, I think you get more than that. It is always a driving test. You're getting +2 because you're taking the action to do it, and you are faster, so you get another +2.
Okay. So driving +4.
Nice.
Eight.
8.
That's an 8. Ooh. Ooh.
11's 15.
15 plus 4.
Yeah.
No, it's 11 plus 4 is 15.
11 plus 4 for 15.
So you put a lot of distance between you and the trucks. The motorcycles are having a hard time keeping up.
That's fine, though. That's fine. I just
You
wanted to
could
get
also
out of
flamethrower the motorcycle.
I know. I want to do that after I get away from.
Trucks.
That was a crazy amount of firing they just did.
Yes,
so
it is.
we are but one buggy. Now we can fight.
But
with some,
one.
Now we can fight with some fucking bikes.
All right.
Let's shoot a biker.
All right.
I mean, good luck. Sorry, I made it difficult for everybody.
Yeah, -4.
-4?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
No, actually, it's -6. Unstable platform. You don't have the that
What
ability.
pencil? Or the...
Alright. Hero dice is the shiny one. Oh, yeah. So
Ammo. I don't know if you want to waste an ammo runt on it.
No.
Not when I'm here.
Not while I'm here.
Then you're going. You're gonna just try to DAC it into. All right, you're only at -4 because you ignore the
But
unstable.
you know
platform.
what? I am going faster than I feel so fast. I feel,
Could
I'm
push the blue
good.
button.
But she's
Who wants to move on, dude?
Daga.
Oh, 7.
-4.
So
And -4 to each one.
So yeah, you've got nothing there. There we go.
There's an 8.
So 6. I got a 2. We've got 1 success so far. 11. That's it. So,
Hey.
I mean, that's with
11
the
is a
raise.
hit. Is it with the raise?
Yeah, because it was a 4, right? This is a success. Plus an 11 is another 7, so it's 1 raise.
But he's at -4.
That was after the
That was after
-4.
the negative, yeah.
Oh, you had 15.
Mhm.
You rolled a 15.
Yeah, I rolled an 8 and it
Absolutely.
exploded. Yeah,
So what is
it's
that?
a hit with a raise.
Add a D6 to your
add a
damage.
D6.
Yes.
Oh.
10, 11, 18, 23, 20.
Damn.
Bike goes up in flames.
Ah!
There are now only 7 bikes remaining.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
Whoa! I'm been assessing. We're fine for right now. We're at the end of this. We're at the end of it.
Well, we went through 2 rounds. I'd say give us 1. 'Cause
Well, I mean,
we've
you've
done-
been doing great. Been doing great.
We
Great.
We've done mediocre for
dodged
two- we've
away
done
from the dock of an armada.
We've been
That's
mediocre for
cowardly.
2 rounds.
Cop.
He's got you there. I can't-
Yeah, that is a good point. We are running away.
Yeah, he can't-
Does speed count for nothing?
We'll maintain 2.
No, get rid of him.
No, thank you.
Hey.
I'll take a king of spades, baby.
Hey.
Yeah. I'll just get you with a joker. No.
Come
Am
on.
I going to get the
Come on, a
joker?
3. Ah.
No.
Uh-huh. There we are. That is the Joker on the big boss. He yells something, and then you see his truck go.
Oh, fuck me.
A couple of the other trucks start to boost as well to try to keep up, but mainly he just reaches into a pouch, pulls out this weird looking squig, sticks it up on his thing,
Yeah,
and the
it's targeting squig.
and the squig, and as he's moving it, the squig's like. Oh, there it is!
Is that how they work? Is that how they're targeting squid?
For this one.
They're surprisingly vague how
Yeah,
these
I mean,
things
that's kind of how
work,
orc stuff is. It's all
Yeah.
kind of vague. It just does.
All right. He's got a lot. So he is. You're evading -4. He's got the targeting squig, which is going to take away 2 of those penalties. He doesn't. He ignores unstable platform. So he's at -2.
What about
Is
distance?
it the distance thing? I mean,
Not
I know
with this
he's
gun.
not with this gun. Okay,
Yeah.
alright.
I mean, this gun is meant to shoot the ground
no.
from air.
What's a 14 plus?
6, 12. That's a 14, and this was a 10, 11, 12, 13. So 14 and a 13, which was a 12 and an 11. So
12 does not hit. Right?
no, it absolutely hits.
Oh, it's a hit. I'm thinking
Yeah,
of damage.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm thinking of damage. Yeah.
So
The 12 is a hit with 2 raises.
Yeah.
Huh?
oh yeah,
Both of those were hits
ouchie.
with raises. AP 4.
Okay, so he only needs an 11 damage.
He only needs 11 to get to you, and he's got that +1.
It's okay. We got all of the armor back. So, I mean, we can take a hit or 2.
I don't know if you've been paying attention to this game, but those 4 go really fast.
Oh, he gets +2 to all this as well.
Oh, because Joker. So they're both with 2 raises.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
what
multiple
you're saying.
raises don't help.
Oh, I see.
It only adds 36. Alright, so 8, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 to 11.
So,
I mean,
11.
that's. Oh, so that would be 12. So that's 3 raises.
So,
I mean, I have to spend my last penny. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
my job.
uh-huh.
Keep it going.
Should do your job a little better.
I should do my job a little better. I got a
Got a success.
6. Yeah, I got a success.
That's going to
so-
cancel 1, so 2 damage.
Okay. Just roll like dog shit this time, would you?
Want me to do it in the company or do it down here?
Whatever fills your fancy, man.
I do like counting them out here, but I feel like we don't get any, like, no, there's no waffling on
I
the
mean,
rolls.
maybe
you know,
it's
we can't
because of the softness, but
Holy
5,
shit.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That is just an out of control.
Oh my god. I'm out of bennies though, so I gotta roll it. Holy shit. Okay.
So they roll like shit, so I rolled like shit.
Thank you. That's all I asked. Thank you, Gore. Thank you, Mark.
6.
That's a 6.
Sassy, right?
Distracted. We're all distracted.
So -2 for everyone in the car.
And now
Hits something in the back.
We don't have that additional -2 anymore, though, right? He's not still considered maneuvering.
He is still considered. So you have -4 from that, plus -2 from being distracted. So you're -6s now. That's for
Unless you want someone
Now-
else to do that.
No.
now. That is -6 for shooting.
Yeah.
-2 for anything else.
Yeah.
And you don't have calculated.
She was
you
yawning.
You gotta,
I have calculated, but it has to be below 5.
Yeah, okay.
I have an ace. Like,
Yeah. So you have, no one's got that. All right. So yeah, who's going? Who wants to go?
next. I guess that I'll just.
Direct for repair, or you
Yeah,
want to
let's
use a
do-
havoc on?
Yeah, I was gonna havoc, but let's keep the thing up, so I'll repair instead. I'm gonna hop back on the hood and start taking. Oh, I guess this time it'll be on the back, huh? Alright.
you can havoc that definitely.
That's
Not a
another one.
success.
No,
Yeah.
so here, let's do another one here.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
There we go. So 7 minus 2 is a 5.
So that's a success. So you gain a wound back on the vehicle.
Alright.
So there we go. That'll keep us running.
You gave yourself a wound.
Oh, sorry.
You can do it either way, but you gotta
I gotta be consistent. Yeah,
This is like turning
So
your dice
your
around and
Oiler-
you turn your blood bowl.
Yeah.
You can do
The
that.
Oilers have done their function, so they can't do it again this
He's
time.
used my oilers?
Yes.
Oilers?
Yeah,
Okay.
to fix the car while it's moving, you
Yeah.
can only direct the Oilers.
Okay, so he's done that for me. Okay. I think I'm going to switch to...
straight.
Huh? Drive straight?
Not evade?
You don't...
Oh, I know what he wants to do.
I'm going to... to not evade.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I am going to instead use my turn to get in front of some bikers and scorch the hell out of them.
Alright, make
Now you
a...
said a duel was +2, but I have a quad. It's also still +2.
It's +2, then +4 to the damage.
Ah, I see.
And actually, it might have the twin linked maybe 1, 2, and then 2, 4, whatever.
All right,
It's not that big.
my shooting ain't great, or my
It's-
dude's driving.
it's your driving.
It's driving for this because I'm positioning the vehicle. Go there, Judah, line him up big.
Wow.
Yeah.
He
All right.
revs that engine and napalm comes out the back. Big jet to hit,
Get the big lever.
to hit a group of 4 bikes.
Yeah. All right. So See if I can drive into position anyway.
Oh,
That's a 6.
every time I see the 6, I'm like,
Plus 2 for your handling.
Plus 2. So that's 8, so that's a hit with a raise.
oh yeah.
So that's going to be that. And I roll 2d12 plus 4, plus a d6 for the raise?
Yes.
Okay. So 2d12. Gosh, I haven't rolled 12-siders in a long time. And a 6 for the raise. It's going to be plus 4 to all together, not every die, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
So,
you add everything together.
11.
15.
15. And it hits the weakest part of their armor.
Yeah, which is them.
Yeah.
So 15.
Yeah?
Yeah. So you scorch that over, and then your flames are there, black smoke coming out the back of your thing, just, and then they shut down, and you just see 4 riderless bikes.
Oh.
We keep lining these sound effects up perfectly. Just
really good. Oh my god. You hit the button!
I hit the button.
He's hitting the button! Push yourselves!
Okay, oversized grot.
I start blaring the horn grot.
I'm assuming you're going for the death roller.
the horn just keeps saying, stop
Okay. Alright, so you need to grab your shooting die,
And then
right?
and all the other dice.
But, so your shooting dice is a what? An 8?
An 8, yeah.
Okay, so you need to grab 3 of one color, or some differential.
Okay, 3 green.
Okay,
1 red.
1 red, that's the rocket,
Okay.
and then 1 more for the plasma. That blue one right there. Alright, you're rolling them all. All of it is at a -2, just because they're all firing at once. But yeah, that's it.
Oh.
8 explodes. That's a 5. That's a 2.
There's 1 on the rocket and plasma, though.
Ammo run will take care of that.
That's
Unless
1
you
on the
wanna
plasma
reroll.
and
Yeah.
rocket.
You don't want to roll a
Yeah.
1 on a plasma.
That's a good point.
You don't want to roll 1 on the plasma.
Do we need to remember these?
No, reroll the
Nah,
whole
let's
thing.
just re-roll it
Here,
and
let
take
me
what's next.
see what you got real quick.
It was 1 on green,
1, 7,
2 on green.
1. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Perfect.
6.
That's an 8 explodes. So
10.
So he has 2 6s and a 10 for the regular weapons, plus a 2, so a fail.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, it's a 6 and a 10 on the regular fires. So 1 hit and 1 hit with a raise. Then he has 6 on the plasma, 6 on the rocket launcher, and the rest are failures.
Okay. Did the wild die take the place of something?
No.
Okay. All right. So you hit twice with the. You hit with the rocket. You hit with the plasma. And then you hit twice with the def gun, right?
Yeah. One of those is a raise.
And one of the raises for this whole thing total.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have 1 extra d6 for the raise. So then you're rolling 6d10 for the def gun,
Oh my god.
2d12 for the plasma,
Holy shit.
and 6d6 for the rocket.
And then I have another D6 because of the raise.
Yeah.
And 1d6 for the raise.
Holy shit.
I need
man.
1 more D10.
Yeah, I got one over here.
It was 2D12 for the plasma and 6D6.
This is a spicy buggy, man.
This is the craziest roll I've ever seen. This is like a Shadowrun roll, but with like 12s and 10s.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
holy
He's
shit.
firing everything out of his deck.
That was my favorite thing about Shadowrun, where it's like, you get 6 dice, plus 2, plus 5, plus 4, add a 3. And you're like, what?
So,
Wait till you play.
plasma,
Wait till you play the
Plasma.
minis game.
rocket,
Uh-huh. Yep.
def gun,
And
raise.
the raise.
Light him up, baby!
Holy shit.
That's
So,
such a fucking
This
That's-
is
There's a
yeah,
10,
it's
so
like,
we
and it's
roll
all
the
added
10.
together.
So 10.
10.
Okay, 16, 23, 26, 27, 31, 35, 39, 45, 46, 48, 50, 54, 55, 57, 64. Plus...
No pluses.
No
Okay,
pluses.
plus
No plus.
No,
There's-
that's 60.
yeah.
64.
AP? Is there AP?
AP 6.
Oh my god.
64
AP 6.
Alright, so as the
I'm
flames
glad I slowed down.
yeah, as the flames subside from that and the bikes go tumbling, he just like sets that thing in the back of the buggy, he locks himself in basically, looks right at the big boss,
Yeah.
basically on the death roller, who's just like, and you can hear the little targeting squids like beep, 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 right on you, and you're all ah!
The car starts
That's
going
all the
faster.
It's like a fucking anime scene.
It is totally like crazy. And all of this fire just goes back, and the guy, you just see like the boss is like, ah, oh. The truck, the death roller truck, is,
Whoa! Shit.
the other trucks go scattering from the explosion.
Are they still following?
Oh yeah.
That's what
I think they're on our side now.
Yeah, that's what I try to tell you. Wow, yeah, I know. We're gonna shout it too. Wow.
We blew up the truck. Should we take a break, or are we gonna finish up the battle?
We can.
You still have a turn 2. I'm just getting excited.
Yeah.
Just the bikes.
Just the bikes. The 4 that are left, 3 that are left. They're just opening up on you.
Well, they have a better chance now than they did before.
They do. So.
I am going fast, but I have no more evasive.
They're going just as fast as you, so they don't.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, it beats. Okay, that's cool.
Huh, I wonder. The guy said that they're afraid of their being orcs or whatever if the ethereal got to them.
Oh.
8, 16, 24. So that's a hit
Oh, shit.
with a raise and another regular hit. So that's 1 bite. Let's go ahead and do the damage.
Yeah.
AP2. Hit with a raise.
Number 15 on this thing.
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Actually, no AP. Sorry, these are twin linked shooters. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
19 still gets through.
That's
Hit with a raise.
that's a hit with a raise.
So it's a wound
So
and
it's
an
a-
out of control.
It's a wound and an out of control.
Okay.
So let's start with the out of control.
12.
I hope that's good. Glitch. Something is jarred loose or breaks from rough handling. The vehicle takes a critical hit. Reroll crew results.
Okay. So take your wound.
Yep.
Now you're rolling a critical hit
Yes.
for the wound.
Yeah.
So start with that one.
10.
Ooh, crew. I reroll crew.
No, this is the regular critical hit.
Oh, those regular crew. Okay,
This
so
is
crew.
from the wound. So crew.
For direct damage, subtract the vehicle's armor if appropriate for the victim's position, and apply the remainder to a random crew member.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Get the grunts.
No.
They're not.
Hits you. It was, what did I say? 19.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, the damage. Sorry, was the damage. 8.
19.
Oh yeah, it was 19.
Yeah.
19 to you.
Uh,
Minus,
Minus-
No,
sorry.
minus the
15.
armor. isn't
Oh,
it?
minus the armor.
Yeah.
Hold on. So, yeah, nothing.
All right. Well, but if you rolled higher, that could have been really bad.
Yeah.
But the vehicle take you. It's
So I'll
okay.
do your
Now do the glitch.
The glitch. Okay.
reroll if it hits crew.
Yeah.
11.
11 is a weapon. A random weapon is destroyed. I think I only have one
You
weapon.
only have
on-
one weapon.
All right, we're
Your
on.
quad linked pipes.
Beep, beep. Yeah.
So the biker took those out. That was the first hit. His second shot. 8, 15, 20, 22. No AP. So 15 to 20. Sorry, 15 to 19. 19 does. Yeah, so it's only one. It's again one wound. So out of control.
Another wound though?
Yep.
Okay. Oh boy. Oop, sorry. 8 on out of control?
Yep.
Distracted.
Alright.
So we all have -2s.
Now a critical from the
Oh
wound.
god.
5.
5. And another one, huh? Locomotion. Oh no! Top speed is reduced by 10% each time this occurs. Yeah.
Alright. Second dude shooting. 28. It's a hit. Regular hit.
Okay.
14, 15, 16, 17 out of control.
Alright. So 7. That's going to be distracted.
Okay. So you're all still distracted.
Yeah. Well, we're going a little slower, which makes me real mad.
Have to hit the red button then.
Yeah.
Alright, that's the end of this turn.
Hey.
Jack. Oh shit. Never mind. Give me that back.
Oh.
I know. It was a Joker round.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Nice shot. That was some serious stuff. He just took out a fucking war bus. Like, just...
Well, he might have survived, but he doesn't have a death roll anymore.
Nope.
Your gun is too hot to use for a turn, and of course you have no rocket, no plasma.
They have no death roll.
Oh, were they like combi attachments?
Yeah.
Yeah. You get what?
They have no death roll.
They have no death roller. They got trucks, but that's okay. All we needed to bring back was boys, and we're bringing back boys.
Hey, you got an upgrade.
Hey! 9 clubs. King, ace of hearts. Ooh, baby. Now I'm still haven't evaded. You got a 4 clubs? Okay. I still haven't evaded, so you got some...
I can't shoot. Good spot.
Well...
You can't shoot the death gun.
Yeah, I guess I can slug us some...
Slug a bike.
Yeah. There's plenty of shooters in this cabin, too.
Yeah.
You can grab his shooter.
Think really long and hard about it.
I was also thinking I might not give it back, but still.
There's...
He'll get another one.
Yeah,
You can't.
I got boys. So give me that.
Yeah, I'll take a shooter.
Alright, so rate of fire is 3.
Damn. Alright.
And sorry to impose, but I figure like if we're all in the vehicle, it's pretty easy to. Yeah.
6, 8.
It's
Negative.
-2 because everyone's
So
distracted.
6, 3, 5. So I think just 2 hits.
2 hits.
What's the damage on the shooter?
3d8.
Correct.
First one, I got a raise 2, even though that was on the adventurer die or whatever, hero die.
Yeah, on whatever it is. Doesn't matter.
So those 2 hits, so
2 hits, 1 with a raise.
It's like an American from Robot Jocks.
8,
It's Flash
Fucking
Gordon.
movie.
It's Flash Gordon.
15, 21, 28, 29 for the first one.
What are you shooting at?
Jesus Christ,
The
a bike.
bike.
Oh, the bike's next. Yeah.
And then the next one. Wow, that one raised. 12, 14.
Okay. So the first one you pop the guy off and hits him. The other one it just cracks against the wind visor of the bike and doesn't do anything.
I got a beat too.
All right. Gee whiz. I think it's time to get out of here.
Repair.
Yeah, it's got to be that. I think I will turn on the free evasive back on though.
Free evasive, -2.
Yeah.
Do you want to roll for repair, or do you want to hit the big red button?
He can roll for repair. I can hit the big red button. Let's go!
Right. Give me a drive. -2 because distracted, +2 for handling. So at even roll.
Well, I haven't seen this in a long time. He's a lot more spacesuit than I thought it was. I thought it was more like a red and white little suit.
That's an 8.
Alright, so yep, you're putting lots of distance between you and other, or starting to get more distance. Get your speed back.
Yeah.
Alright. No, you want to repair?
Yeah.
Right, -2 for distracted.
I really appreciate your efforts.
5. So 3. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Oh, -2. Put a thing on it?
Yeah, so it's a failure.
So nothing.
Alright.
Alright.
Ramshackled that. We just got the 1 left. Oh, shit.
I guess
Here we go, here we go.
Well, I was trying to repair, but I'm distracted because he's driving like an idiot.
It's a good point. Yeah, now, I'm going very fast. Yeah, they're very far away.
Did the first 3 blow up the first one? Or is that the first roll was a fail and that's the second one?
There was 2 8s. Okay. Yeah. So one of those hit, but it was also with a raise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, no.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's an out of control.
All right.
It's not enough
not
for
a wound?
Not enough for a
Oh
wound.
my god. Take a wound.
10.
10. Vulnerable. The vehicle and everyone else on board is vulnerable until the end of the next turn.
Lucky I rolled that on the second attack. Vulnerable is everyone gets +2 to hit you.
But the vehicle doesn't get vulnerable.
And the vehicle and everyone on it.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Alright, well that was that.
Yeah, you're not dodging very well.
I'm doing the baby version of
You're
it.
dodging sideways so you like open that like
Yeah.
so we can see.
What that?
I don't want it too hard, sorry.
2.
I'll take a Joker.
No.
Give me those face!
Oh, man, that's the best part.
There's benefits for all of us.
Hey, let's see you calculating.
Oh dear.
Damn.
All got shuffled together. Huh?
Oh, come on. How many buckets are left?
2. And your weapon systems are gone. Are you gonna go or are you gonna wait?
I think it's time to fucking go, boys. I don't know. This buggy can't handle much longer. We gotta
I mean, if you take out these bikes, the bikes are the only thing that can keep up with you right now.
Yeah, but they're also gonna fucking shoot us right
That's why
now.
you need to get rid of them.
Drive into him.
Can I ram them?
Yes, you can.
I can ram them?
Yes.
Let's fucking ram them. I'm gonna ram
I'm
them.
gonna ram them. Flip that thing over and look at the.
Ram. An attacker can ram a defender for the same chase car by making opposed maneuvering rolls. If successful, both participants cause the following damage to each other. Fuck, I'm gonna kill ourselves.
There's also another version called Force. This just kind of gets them away from you and starts to mess with them.
Attacker attempts into an obstacle. To do so, both must be in the same chase car. But I'm like ahead of them, aren't I?
You can.
If attacker wins, he bumps his foe, raises the tree, his defender's rolling critical failure on a maneuvering roll.
Yep. So you can basically force them to go out of control if you do a bump. If you do that with a raise.
Sure, let's do that.
And the ram, you both take damage, but your damage would be a lot more because you're a buggy and they're a bike.
Let's see. I have to get a raise in this one?
To make
raise
them
is
do,
treated as a defender roll a critical
bump
failure.
just gets them away from you.
Yeah.
Ramming is good, but we're really hurt.
I know, that's the thing.
And if we lose speed, those trucks are going to catch up.
Also, remember, everything you do has +2 because of the Joker. You can just go for a repair roll at +2.
I could do that. I think that's got to be the thing here. Yeah, actually, let's do that. Repair it. Shoot him. That's an 8. Oh, baby.
There it is.
5. 13 plus 5, 15. Or 3 to 2 for 15. 15.
So, 4 is a wound, 8's a wound, 12 is a wound. Yeah, so 3 wounds repaired.
It wasn't damaged. It wasn't damaged. Your steering wheel wasn't tightened, so you're just turning loosely.
Oh. All right.
And you're doing baby
evade. Baby evade.
They're gonna shoot you.
What is baby evade?
I can do a free action.
Oh, free action evade.
Yeah.
That's right.
-2 or -4.
We just hadn't described it as baby evade yet.
Yeah. None. Second attack. Oh, you're still vulnerable.
Yeah.
So
It's at the end of this turn.
So that was 1 hit. 1 hit.
Oh boy.
Alright, so first hit. 8, 9, 10, 11 plus 14 is 25.
What?
So 25 to your.
25 damage to me? Alright, well.
Alright, well, fuck off. You're gonna have this back.
Hey.
That's an 8.
14.
That's a
Plus
14.
Yeah, so that takes care of the 2 wounds, so you're fine on that
Woo!
one. Second hit.
What a lucky.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nothing.
Holy shit. We're a flying alright, boys.
Spade before club, right?
Yep.
Well, yeah.
He's repaired.
You done repaired it. I guess
Yeah.
I'll just shoot. That's still
Shoot or
negative.
havoc.
Yeah, let's havoc it.
Yeah, so
Alright,
the orc
so you can do a blast havoc on this one
Yeah.
as they're both behind you, just blah.
So I'll add strength, so it's -2 to their strength roll, so -4 to their rolls for dodging.
So roll your casting.
And they don't get, what there is there's no raises on this.
And you
It's
don't.
a success.
Yeah, right.
So 6 is a success.
Nice, you still got him?
Yep,
Do you
so
have
got
plasma?
They have to roll at a negative.
No.
Oh, there's a havoc.
Oh, so they only have to roll at a -2 because I didn't get a raise. That's what the raise is for. They get a -2 if I get a raise. It's right in the middle there.
Right in the middle.
It's just stuck right in the center.
Okay, so
You mean we just had to read it?
Yeah. We both read it.
Yeah.
We both read it. Neither of us saw
but
that.
you gave strength, so you're giving a -2.
Yes.
Well, then.
Okay.
They go both flying off
They're
their bikes.
Let's see how far they go.
The whole time, each of us have 3 boys. They're just shooting wildly. Yeah.
Woo. They go
There's other bikes and trucks around that they're firing at.
Yeah.
4, so
Holy shit.
9. They went like 20 yards. So,
Yeah,
They're going to be speed bumps for trucks.
yeah.
oh, it's 2 yards each. So they went 18 yards. There we go. Sorry.
So 18 yards, which is
Whichever direction. Yeah.
back.
That's really 46 feet.
Yeah, they're
They're
not
going to be
gonna
truck
catch
speed
up
bumps.
to us. Yeah.
So there's no more motorcycles.
No more bikes, and you are faster than the trucks, but they're not giving up pursuit because
Right.
you killed their boss.
Oh.
So
Maintain the speed. Get that. Try to get some oil riggers on that sign. Get that shiny. Get it.
Whole time I'm taking just shots.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's important too. If we
you
stop,
just try to angle the shots up to get them into the trucks.
Because if we stop shooting at them, they'll just get bored. We got So.
All right, we'll take our.
Yeah, you gotta slow down a little every.
Oh yeah,
once in a while.
yeah. Flirt
Well, I mean,
that edge of fire.
And once your big red button, your booster is done, you're back down to that injured because
Yeah.
your top speed is low.
Right. 10%.
Fucking kill a warbuff.
That was sick.
I didn't
That
know
was
that.
definitely Waaagh.
He fucking
I didn't know that's
melted
what the
up.
I wasn't sure. For some reason, I thought the yellow button was going to do rockets.
No, it just it shoots everything he has on it at once.
Which does include a rocket.
It did include a rocket.
Alright, we'll be right back.
Still have a blue button too.
Where's all our people? Oh.
There is a blue button.
We haven't had anybody viewing today.
Well, we've been gone for like almost a month.
Yeah. Oh.
I feel like that happens as soon as we get more than 4 or 5 people in a regular season, like a regular session. We end up missing the next 3 sessions.
Yeah.
We get pretty good viewership. Full comments on the YouTube. We should take a month off. Throwing 11 dice on the table is cool. Especially for a damage roll. Although I guess it's kind of. train workers knocked the crate down so we could sit on it.
Oh, jeez.
So we knocked it down and sat on it for a little while, and that's what saved his life.
Oh my god. We'll do some Rosa Parks tomorrow, because everybody knows her.
Yeah, I mean there must be so many stories, so many names, but you kind of only hear like about.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest some names, but then I started to realize that a lot of the ones I know are probably not appropriate for 3rd grade.
Yeah, it is tough to find that stuff too.
I mean, it's a pretty grim.
I wanted to do Guillaume Bluford because he's the first black astronaut, but he wasn't the first black person to go to space, so he's kind of like my kids are kind of into space right now, which is cool.
Space.
Well, there's not a lot of space. There's not a lot of room to kind of stick in fun stuff and science and things like that. But some of my reading groups are reading about planets right now, so we can look at charts and things to kind of get the context clue stuff.
Oh, that's fun.
So, yeah, so space is kind of on their minds. Talking about relative size of planets is really fun with 9-year-olds because they just don't get it.
Yeah.
Like I draw a picture of the Earth, and then I
I
draw.
watched a lot of those with
Because like
Jackson.
Jupiter is 11 Earths wide, so I'll draw the Earth.
They don't
and,
really
I'm
understand
like,
Earth.
everything you know about the Earth. I'm like, here's the whole thing, and then I draw 11 of them, and then I draw a circle around it. I'm like, that's Jupiter. It's kind of fun.
And what, the sun can hold 1 million Earths then?
Well, I tell them that too. I'm like, if you took everything in the entire solar system, all of the comets and everything, and smashed them all together into one big ball, they still wouldn't be the size of the sun.
How many terrors can fit in Nessus?
I mean,
Nessus-
Terras? Nessus
Nessus-
is...
It's a sector, isn't it?
No, well, the planet you're on is Nessus. The sector is called...
I thought you said
Waaagh.
it was,
something.
Ultramar or whatever?
It's in the old Ultramar Segmentum. That's not the sector it's in. The sector is an exile sector because orcs wrecked it and destroyed all the planets.
Oh yeah.
Waaagh.
And the only reason this fortress world was here is to keep the orcs from coming back.
Well, they're doing a shit job of it. Well, no, we're fighting each other now. So,
That's how it works, though. I mean, that's how we get bigger and stronger orcs.
it's true. One little buggy. One little buggy of boys.
And if they're now missing a war boss, it should be easier to bring them on.
That's the idea.
Yeah, so
Go back to base.
you guys drive back to Morkrum with a convoy of trucks behind you, shooting at you. And when you get there, like Morkrun sees a convoy of trucks, so they close the gates.
No, wait.
Push the blue button.
Orcs start getting up on the ramparts, and
Do they recognize us at least?
We barely recognize the guys we just sent out.
I mean, the car's looking a little different now too. We've repaired it a little bit. It's got a sign that says Waaagh on top of it.
That's true.
so what's the plan? You gonna try to get their attention to open the door? You want to try to
You could just
blue button through? You want to get behind the pile of rocks, or just want to keep driving?
Well, I want to just keep driving.
I think you should blue button us into Morkrin.
It's a blue button sign. Yeah. We'll power full speed to the gates and hit that blue button.
probably hit somebody inside.
Nah, it happens.
Make a roll.
It comes to rest on the
Me or
open
him?
gate button.
Yeah.
It's how well he did it when he installed it or recalibrated it.
Am I rolling a repair?
Yeah, it's your casting.
Oh. Repair's testing. But I have a D10 in smarts, but a D8 in repair, meaning I get a +2. Is that what it is?
Nothing. No. Let's see what the casting skill is for mad scientists. Weird science. So they give them. You have to get your own skill. You have to basically put points into it. So we're using repair as your casting skill.
Nice.
That's a 6.
So 9 or a 7, so 9.
Alright. So 9, you hit the blue button, kind of go through, and it's almost like this serene red landscape. You fucking love it. But it looks like it's like rolling, grassy hills, but it's actually not grass. It's like bodies,
Yeah.
just like shoulders and all this stuff rolling. And you can see like the hills and the mountains, but the clouds, and they're all the same. The red mountains, red hills, red clouds. Again, there's big silhouette of a horned creature in the distance with 2 yellow eyes, and says, "I will be coming soon.
What?
You will not." And you're back in the.
He always says that. I think that's what I said last time you described it.
Well, yeah.
Take
He
a
always
fatigue.
says that.
Take a fatigue.
Everyone?
Nope, just him, because he's contemplating the permanence of the things in the warp.
Oh no.
I did. I'm like, he always says that.
Wait, he was there last time.
Oh, God. That's not good.
This has been a very confusing day for Snogbox. He's been had a lot to think about. Bullets do go faster than core.
I do a little donut to slow down and just make our way to Ratchet Clank's pavilion.
Yep.
Garage.
Yeah, garage.
Shop.
Shop.
The gunfire starts almost immediately
Excellent.
as the trucks get within range, and a right proper crumpin' starts to ensue outside the gates of Morkrun.
Great.
You head into.
I get into the shop. This car needs these flavors anyway.
You pull it up in there.
Let's go a
And
little
he's
slow.
looks up from welding something. He's got a big old goggles on. Oh, like those are the boys you left with. Where's the boys?
What? The boys. Oh, he's pointing at the ones
They're
that are
outside
Yeah.
dock of the gate.
They're fine. The other gates, hey.
What? He runs over to his periscope. Oh, get out there and crump them.
Oh, these slaves! I got some weapons on me, bugs.
I thought we were supposed to war with them.
You gotta crump them before they go to war with you.
You crumps the boss.
You crump their boss?
That was amazing.
It actually saved me some time, because if the boss made it to the thing, you would have had a duel with
Yeah.
with Crash Gut.
Huh.
But yeah, you took care of that, so you guys head out to the festivities. Get up on the wall and shoot.
Fine, yeah. Climbing up, yeah, get my shooter.
Trying to steal something.
I mean, you could.
I need a...
Put it down!
You'll get it one day. Yeah.
He has like an alarm squid in the shop.
Yeah.
Luda! So the fighting lasts for a good part of the day before the trucks are kind of wrecked out there, most of them. Your boys are rushing and boarding the trucks. But you do swell your numbers of boys by a bit. These orcs are strange orcs. Some of them retreated, like some of the trucks turned and left to go back to the base. The ones that stayed, again, they're wearing camouflage, trying to hide themselves.
Don't understand.
Don't understand.
But there's ours boys now.
Crash Gut basically like commands Ratchet Clank, get one of these trucks up and running. I'm going back for the rest of them. He grabs the boys with him and takes trucks and buggies, and you go back to that other base just to crump the rest of them and bring them all in.
All right.
Which starts.
Got the boys from the tower.
Yeah, what about Captain Slaga's boys?
Well, yeah, we can tell Ratchet Clank about them. Like they said,
freebooters.
they said we've beat them at that game. And they said they'd fight.
There's also we're in Teeth Town. Teeth Town.
Yeah, what's Teeth Town? They have this. And they show a cigar.
He's got one in his mouth.
Yeah. But lots of dagger. Them boogies.
Yeah, that's where my Oilers get my cigars from.
I smoke a cigar.
That's a good idea. We should go grab some guns and vehicles from them. Alright, I'll get that up and running. Anyway, We need people putting that statue together. So get out and put your backs into it. Spurs back around. Pretty much the next couple days are looting the other camp of orcs to bring all that stuff into here, and goes into Ratchet Clank's shop and comes out with more guns and more DACA and more vehicles, repairing all the trucks, going and getting the pieces of the Death Dread.
Rest, right?
Yep, you can gain all your stuff back. Waaagh resets to 0. And you start building the Mork statue. He builds this massive
I feel like we should be doing it for more.
shredded platform for it. And the platform has this big, long, like, curvature in the back, and he sets the stones in a very particular way. He is out there himself, directing where all the stones go as you stack them up and make a big...
Ratchet Clank is?
Yes.
So he didn't go with the boys? Oh, it's been days. Never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So this is all that, like, so again, it just looks like a big, like, think of a Stompa. It looks like that, like a big, that, and the head up at the top with two, big red eyes and horns coming out.
Yeah.
All in this big,
Lois.
gray marble stone.
Rocks.
It's massive. It's like huge.
Oh.
So
how fast does it go, though?
as fast as whatever's pulling it. Figure we get some of these trucks.
Yeah. We'll get them nice and red. Pull them things out, chains and ropes, right? That's how he pulls it. Unless you got some your stuff, your weird boy stuff.
Are we switching vehicles? Are we going to get in the show?
That's up to him.
I mean,
Do you want a truck instead of a buggy?
we can get into a truck, I guess.
I'm asking you. That's not going to go very fast. You're more of a speed freak.
It's not very fast.
It's
It's
not.
much tougher. Not very fast.
So are there
wanna
different
stay in your
drivers
budget?
for stuff that's not so fast?
Yeah, they're all cult of speed, but some of them are. Actually, most of the buggies aren't. But no, like, you probably wouldn't enjoy it, and it would just be pulling this thing anyway.
Yeah. I guess stick with the bug at that point. It's the thing is, like, yeah, sure, I'm a speed freak. I always want the faster thing, but, like, it's also, like, we're all playing together, and so, like, if you guys want to do, like, a truck instead, like, that's fine. Like, it still goes, and we can make it go faster.
As long as it's got a mount for my gun. And maybe we
Bug
can get
it
something
is.
with a bigger gun.
And you can get a actual gun mounted on the back, but don't you want to shoot your DACA? Your def gun?
Well, you're not giving it up.
He wants all the guns.
Yeah.
Which is...
Can I rig
Makes
something
sense.
up where we have
Yeah.
a mounted gun and then we just put your gun in a holster and dual link them?
Whoa.
If I could get like a fucking battle tank gun too, I'd take that.
I think that's what I meant when I was thinking of truck anyway. I was thinking of like tank.
No.
Yeah, because loot vehicles too. So.
Yep.
And the def gun can be when I'm not in the tank.
So, Ratchet Clank, after, like, as the statue's being built and all this, basically convinces Crash Gut that's like, you gotta anoint it. Otherwise, he's gonna be mad at you. He can't just be sitting there. He's gotta see a war. And there's some bloomies right over there. So he uses his cunning to convince Crash Gut to finally call a Waaagh on the Bloomy fortress. And you guys all rally up and get ready for war.
Well, all right then.
I'm gonna try to steal something.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. I need something good for this part.
I want to see if I can get, I don't know, some extra mods in the buggy since it's the big fight.
6.
6.
Well, I'll go up to Ratchet Clank and say, like, is this... We've been boys. We've been doing lots for you.
Okay.
So you're just grabbing a random thing, box, or whatever.
That looks like it goes boom.
That looks like it goes boom.
Can my ammo runs direct him towards things to steal correctly?
No, he knows loot. You grab a Prometheum tank.
You got from me the tank? Nice.
Mm-hmm. Nice big, like
yeah.
massive tank. You just you just wheel it out like you're working on something, like when he's not in there, and he just throws it into the back, all the way in the back of your buggy, and chains it in.
Oh, good.
So like nice and
nice
weighted
big
in
target.
the and weighted in the back, but yeah.
It's heavy. Come on, do something with this.
Oh, he's already.
I'm looking it up so I know what it does.
What, Prometheum tank?
It's just a big fuel tank.
Yeah, of like super fuel. Yeah.
So.
Then I know what to do with it.
And it can be used as explosive. It's what his flamethrowers shoot out, but it's also what the vehicle runs on. So,
yeah.
You are trying to convince him to give you something.
Yeah, you got any experimentations for the old boogie?
Oh.
Got lots of spaces for goblins.
What did you ask me for?
Mods. Mods for the buggy.
Well, you did get me my boys. This whole wall wouldn't be going off without you.
It's true.
Don't grovel.
I'm just taking a bit of pride.
He's like, all right, I'll fix you up.
I got a big Prometheum tank sitting in the back.
He puts a
yeah, he sees that. This is mine.
he puts a ram prow on the front of your vehicle.
Fuck yeah, man.
And then there are conductors going into it, and he attaches a yellow button next to your red button and blue button.
With the yellow button.
As when you want to ram something very hard, you hit that yellow button first.
All this noise! I like the sound of that. I have to go real fast to ram a real good with it.
Just imagine this messed up, nasty orc vehicle with all these, loose metal parts and like everything is sharp, and then on the dashboard it's like a speak and spell. You're just pushing different colored buttons.
Yeah, I mean we say yellow button, red button, and stuff like that, but realistically, it's probably all kinds of weird shit.
You have the lever for your flamethrowers,
Yeah.
but these three things are buttons. Like the red button is,
Yeah.
and they're the big clicky analog.
Oh yeah.
Can I use the Prometheum tank to supercharge the flamethrowers?
Yeah.
Alright. Repair?
Uh-huh.
No, 5.
Okay. You have tied them into the flamethrower system. You think it's going to help them.
Oh boy.
Make the handle orange.
Oh. Orangey. Well, that means it's fast and moving.
Oh, my fatigue
Wow,
is
you actually, color wheeled that, didn't you?
Yeah. I'm technically a weird boy.
All right. Everyone's getting ready for war.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Trucks are lined up. The battle wagons are packed full of boys. There's the big truck that they could hobble back together. The biggest truck is pulling the statue. Ratchet Clank's in that one. He made a special truck for Crash Gut.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to, he convinced him, hey, you don't want to be chained to the statue. I'm just pulling him. You can drive out in front, Crash Gut.
Okay. I see.
So
This is orc politics.
very orc politicking going on. Very complex, convoluted orc politicking.
Oh, sorry. Don't.
Okay.
The paper is curling up. And
Yeah.
It's touching my arm and it's getting worse, so I'm just twisting it the other way. So thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah.
You guys.
We don't get fate points back. We don't get chips back, do we, Benny's?
No. No, you don't. So starts, drums beating, engines turning, orcs chanting.
Where are we headed this time?
The wall sits out from Morkran, the entirety of everyone. You even got some mercenaries from Tooftown in their vehicles, the Gobber Gretchen vehicles.
Oh, yeah.
Wars don't get us. Why don't we just take what the Gretchen has?
I mean, Ratchet Clank has something worked out with him. We didn't have to worry about any of that.
What? This is just Gretchen. You just take it from him.
Maybe he did. Maybe he gives him that space to work on that stuff for us.
He seems quite familiar with it. I don't know why we're getting so loud.
Because he's got goggles on.
Yeah, Travis.
So this whole procession heads down through the mountain pass, across the plains.
Poor people that live here on this planet.
These poor people that have been exterminating orcs for generations.
Yeah. It's like, now what? What the fuck is that thing?
You guys are just a big, huge, everyone wants to be in the front, so the moment you get through the pass, everyone spreads out. So you're this massive line across this plateau going towards this fortress. Just smoke going up into the air. Notice checks.
All right.
I look at it every time like it's going to be different.
Awareness checks.
3 is 11.
Ooh.
Oh. 11.
16.
5.
5, so you beat me.
No.
Come on down to Phil's Bill Bar. Get your fill.
Phil's.
Phil Bar. Get your fill. Fill her up. Look, I'm feeling dead air, okay? Don't me. Yeah. Oh man. So we have a freaking big stompa with it?
No, it's just stone.
Yeah.
Just big blocks of stone stacked to look like a stampa.
But if I believe it.
It's still stone. There are limits to the York's madness. Off to the south, over the mountain ridge line of the bowl of this plateau, you see there's like a dark cloud out there, or a dark haze, and you can see light flashing every once in a while.
Mm-hmm. What's this base?
And that's way off, like past the horizon line to the south. Looks like, I mean, to you it looks like fighting. It looks like Daga.
Yeah.
Somewhere way off.
Definitely not Morse code.
No.
No.
I mean, it could be. How would you know?
It's just Daga.
But you're coming up onto this fortress. You can see it's lighting up, spotlights coming on, men coming up to the barricades or the bastion, lining the walls. All of the turrets are turning towards this massive line. You can just imagine all those tanks and vehicles lining up inside to bombard you guys. The gate, that ramp, just
Right, yeah.
lowers.
I thought we broke that.
And as you guys are driving up, Ratchet Clank, you guys get in distance for some of the early bombardments. There's probably basilisks back there.
Oh, God.
And explosions start happening in the line, but he is calling for everyone to stay back. Like, he's not calling for the charge yet, even though you're getting shelled.
Mm.
And you're, just driving up his normal distance. And he's like, stay back, keep in line. Don't.
That seems like that would be the hardest order to
Right.
give.
Yeah.
Like the weight.
Don't like it, but...
And then you start to get up into the turret's range. And they start kind of raking the lines here and there and starting to hurt some things. And that's when Ratchet Clank stops his truck, and he unhooks it from the statue. He comes around and he goes, "All right, boys, you ready to give it to the Bloomies?" Well, let's let our illustrious leader go first. And you hear, and you see that throne that the Mork statue is on starts to kind of glow.
No fucking way.
And all of the stones just go, just launched at this base. Just, ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. They start hitting in. One takes out one of the main turrets. One gouges into the bottom of the wall and the plateau, digging in, taking out the bottom of the wall and creating a ramp right into the base.
What?
Others are hitting somewhere inside the base. Others are hitting holes in walls. And everyone's like,
Oh, yeah.
It's like the
Fucking
opposite.
floating in, ramp detected, fucking...
I just think you guys are going to get in there.
Holy shit. So our boss is dead, right?
Yeah,
No? He just exploded.
No, that was the
the
statue of Mork.
Oh, I thought you said oh, I thought he was gonna say let our boss go there
right.
first. Oh, okay, sorry. I thought he just did a coup
No.
as the signal to attack.
No, he flung the statue at the place.
That's
He
fucking
convinced the Wild
amazing.
Boys to go get all this ammunition, basically, under the guise of a statue, but really he was just wanting to throw it.
Holy shit! Let's go.
Yep, there you go. Gonna head on in.
You've got some dagger left in you. Yes, you do. It's war. War. Fill in dead space while we wait for Snogbooks. We've got some workshop that name. I don't know. It just doesn't feel very darker to me.
No.
It's not darker. It's like a Gretchen name.
Sorry, I'm tired.
Oh, right before the big fight.
No.
Oh, that's not very
How's that?
daunting either.
Eating anything?
You should be named Snog Bucks.
Well, it would have been here by now, but they went down the wrong street.
Oh,
Oh, you did get an order in?
I got an order in, not from Wingstop, though.
Shit, well, thanks for getting food. You didn't have to do that.
where's the order?
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Okay.
Wild wings. Wild wings.
We're not sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings, and I don't really care if they sponsor us or not.
Sweet Bendy. I wish the camera could see you.
Wish you would jump up on the table sometimes. It's like the only place that would be okay for you to do that.
Yeah. Oh, baby.
All right. This is gonna be messy.
Hell
Yep.
yeah.
So you want to be first?
I can only win.
If they want to be first, they have to outpace me. Then yeah.
Roll.
I mean,
driving,
absolutely first. I know it's stupid, but speed freak, baby. Here we go.
Well, let's get in the place first where they probably have tanks.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
an
there
8.
for.
So that's a 8 plus 5 for 13 plus 2 for 15.
Let's see if anyone can beat you. There's another speed freak out there. He's also trying for it.
Nice.
Oh! You got a 9, 10, 11.
We's the best, we's the fastest, we's the greatest!
The first things in are these buggies, like the war buggies, because they're the fastest.
Terrible tactic.
Terrible tactic. First. Food's here.
No.
But you can hit that ramp.
Yeah.
And drive up into underneath the wall, the cut that's coming out of it, into the base. Fire starts to rain down on you from the top because the people on the wall are shooting down inside. You're like, make a maneuver check to land this jump.
Okay.
See how far you get.
Is that another 8? Holy shit.
14.
14 plus 2 for 16.
Alright, you launch onto the top of one of like the big hangar bay type places, drive across that and down and into like deep into this base. So you're already like 3 streets into this base. You even like looked down and saw like how like the streets have barricades that have risen up.
Oh my god.
And you've just gone over 3 lines of defense and now are deep in there.
Oh my gosh. He's in!
Who's in?
Oh, he's so in. We're behind the defensive lines.
We just drove in through the ramp and we're going over in the air and landing, and he's just in the back like, what do we got to eat?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Cheese fries.
Whoa. Dude, the force of the street.
Mukbang on your screen.
So, am I shooting stuff?
You could be.
Oh, we're all shooting.
Yeah, I'm sure you always have one hand on the wheel and the other on a new shooter because I still have your old one.
All right.
My god.
Probably should get the plates.
Yeah.
What time is it? We're gonna be eating hot wings? Like, this is gonna be...
It's gonna be a spicy fight.
No.
There's living pepper there.
No, that's not what I was worried about. As long as we can play and eat. So what's that? Give us some visuals. What's this place? Has it changed since the last time we've been here? I mean, obviously there's defensive lines now.
Yes. But not really. You didn't get that far in. You're just seeing what this place can do as like the streets have like rise up barricades that they've deployed and have troops behind. My arm comes down in front of the camera.
Get those wings. Thank you. Definitely be needed.
So, you live with somebody. You kind of got to get over some of the small stuff that they do. Putting silverware in the dishwasher wrong or whatever it is. Taylor is a one napkin person, no matter what we're eating.
I had a roommate that I'm pretty sure he would get order out all the time. and I'm pretty sure he was leaving my forks in the like old boxes like these.
Oh
we're
yeah,
just throwing those
away.
out. They had forks that were just disappearing.
Someone on Reddit was talking about their roommate was throwing away their dishes, so he didn't have to do them.
Oh my god.
Doesn't matter what we're eating. Like Taylor will be like, "What do you want for dinner?" I'm gonna do something. I'm like, "Right on." She goes to BJ's and comes back. She has a salad. She got me ribs. I'm like, "Cool, can I have a napkin?" She's like, "Sure." I'm like, "This is a half rack of ribs. This napkin is dead. Like, it's turning purple being near the ribs." Those fries stood no chance. We're done with them already.
Distributed them.
Okay.
So what you're coming down on is a little, like almost like a carpool. It's got like a large parking lot essentially. Asphalt or concrete, and it's got 3 basilisks in it. They're just, shooting off. In front of them are barriers that have guavesa and drums protecting them.
What are the
The human sympathizers of the Tau.
The bloomies, or those would be humans.
Yeah, those are actual
Bloomies.
So wait, so we're in this carport. So we're not behind the basilisk.
Nope. You're in front, basically, on the road that would go into this parking lot. It's been turned into these, this basilisk's home. You see, down at the end of the street, there's a tank, but it's not facing you guys. It has like a barrier in front of it. It's okay. It's fighting other things.
I want that.
And it's heavily fortified with barricades and troops around it.
I see those big boomies in over there. One of the basilisks.
I gotta look this up.
Yeah, I'll read the basilisk. It's a mortar. No, not a mortar, a howitzer.
Oh yeah.
They shake the earth. I was grabbing the basilisk.
All
You're
right.
just gonna hop out and grab one?
What?
You said you're gonna grab one?
I was gonna start driving towards the basilisk encampment
Gotcha.
placement, which is heavily defended. But it's time to go. Time to fight.
No ban. Didn't really get a food that was conducive to playing and eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was. Well, I mean, we could. I mean, it's still early, but we could just start the big fight on another stream if you wanted.
Do it next week.
We could. I mean, it's early.
It is early.
But nobody's here.
Nobody's watching. No. It's just an option.
Yeah. Let's save the big Waaagh for next week.
Alright.
We have a whole night for a huge fucking battle. I
Mhm.
think that's all right.
As you guys,
I was thinking this fight took almost 3 hours anyway. This is just getting the buggy back.
it's
Yeah.
basically going to be conquering an entire base.
Yeah.
So you're going to be, we took out this basilisk placement,
Yeah.
but now, there's a bunch of fighting over here, or there's a really important looking building over there that we can crumple through. Or,
Yeah. We'll have we can go in with have a bigger idea of like what the battle is and all that stuff like that. Yeah, we can try that.
All right, well, want to take us off?
Sure. Well, this has been an abrupt end to another Wileyverse session, but that's okay. We're every Sunday at 4 p.m. We're Mountain Standard Time now, or is it Pacific? Whatever. We're in Arizona, so we don't do daylight savings time, so stuff's always the same for us. But right now, I think we're linked up with Mountain Standard Time, so 4 o'clock Arizona time every Sunday, where we play our orc game Waaagh Nessus, which is 40k orcs skinned with Savage Worlds play system, which has been a lot of fun. Hope you guys have enjoyed watching it. If you like what you saw, if you want to see anything else like this, check out the link below. It'll take you to our YouTube channel. That YouTube channel has hundreds and hundreds of hours of other stuff that we've done, games we've played, board games, introductions, RPG stuff. A lot of fun. Check it out. It's really cool. We're also sponsored by Drive-Thru-RPG, and if you follow that link down below, it'll take you to their store where you can find all your rule books and source books on PDF and save yourself a bunch of money. We have some other stuff you should too. We also have a little Wileyverse store down there too where you can find lots of stuff with the Wileyverse logo on it that we're real proud of. Tights, bags, shirts, hats, glasses, all that kind of fun stuff, so give it a shot. Stream Elements, thanks for coming down. Everybody else, we missed you. We'll see you next week. If not, before then, we also play Blood Bowl on Wednesdays at about 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time at this time, so if you're interested in any of the 40k Blood Bowl stuff, come and check that out as well. We'll be playing this game
What an amateur.
Huh?
It's not 40k.
Oh, God. Fantasy.
Gotcha.
Whatever. See you on Wednesday. If not, we'll see you on Sunday.
Bye.